Hello, everybody. I am MJ with the crew here on a Wednesday, and you are listening to the MJ Morning Show on WRBQ HD1 Tampa, a Beasley Media Group station, and all that stuff. All right, so
all that legal stuff.
Yeah, the little recorded one didn't run, so I just did it live. Yeah, I don't know, we had a little malfunction with the computer. What else is new around here? So that was a live legal ID from the MJ Morning Show. All right, now here we go. We got a couple of days to digest the aftermath of Halloween, and the numbers are in on the rainbow fentanyl mixed in with kids' Halloween trick-or-treat candy, and nationwide, well, the news is in on how many cases and the big scare leading up to Halloween about rainbow fentanyl in the kids' candy. And so far, folks, brace yourselves. The number of kids that received rainbow fentanyl in their trick-or-treat candy is 0. Bubkus. Zilcho. Nada. Nothing. I haven't seen one story. Not one single story that any kid got rainbow. What do we say? We told you this was just like this big, hey, just in time for Halloween. Ooh, everyone panic, scare. Whoa. Yeah, just in time for the Halloween holiday. Boom. All this stuff about rainbow fentanyl.
What does it look like? Does it look like sweet tarts or something?
You know what?
They look like the little sweet, the ones that come in the wrappers, and there's
Sweet tarts.
Yeah, maybe they're sweet Smarties.
Oh, sweeties, Smarties.
They
That's
look
right.
like Smarties.
By the way, that was very descriptive. You know the ones that come in the wrapper.
Yeah, they have
Yes.
the twisties on the end. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's candy in it.
Yeah. So they showed us pictures of bags of the fentanyl tablets from China with the different colors, and that's why they called it rainbow fentanyl. And it was just a big scare, for the month or so before Halloween, and then leading up to Halloween, a couple of weeks, a couple of days, and news outlets were doing the stories, and you had some attorneys general around the country and some police departments, rainbow fentanyl. And then we started to see the stories that it is overblown. There was a USA Today story that rainbow fentanyl passed out on Halloween, ? Why experts say that's absolutely ludicrous. So a lot of folks were starting to, toward the end, saying, come on, this is an artificial, manufactured scare, and there's nothing to it. There are no real worries that should be considered about, this rash of rainbow fentanyl poisonings with the kids' Halloween candy. And I've been looking now for the last 2 days, and nothing. I just did a search. I just did one more search just prior to coming on the air this morning, and I could find absolutely nothing.
Why do they report it then? What's the point? Just to freak people out?
No, it just gets manufactured. And here in Florida, you had the Attorney General in Florida. She put out this big thing about rainbow fentanyl and Halloween candy. No, it just gets it gets perpetuated, and people start talking about it, and it becomes a buzz. And it did become a story with a lot of media outlets. And then as we got closer to Halloween, there were numerous stories out there that, listen, this is not much. You started to see the story being downplayed. For instance, listen to this. I'll give you an example. This is from NPR, from the NPR's website. Worries over fentanyl-tainted Halloween candy were spurred when the Drug Enforcement Agency put out a PSA about the matter. An expert interviewed by NPR said that the issue is heavily politicized. And listen, politics might have something to do with it, as far as the southern border, which I've got my thoughts there that we need to protect our southern border. And apparently we need to protect our northern border as well, because that dude that clocked Pelosi's husband over the head with a hammer.
Canada.
He's from Canada, and he's apparently been overstaying a visa in this country for years.
Right.
So,
hey, I just found a picture of the rainbow fentanyl, and they have M's and 30s, M30. So it looks like a pill.
I think it depends on the manufacturer. It's going to vary on what's marked on it. You're looking at one picture, but there are going to be just different manufacturers, of this fentanyl tablet that now is in various colors for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, they've had, reading this story, they've had like club drugs like MDMA and all that. Those have come in bright different colors for years. So
how do you know?
Because I just read
Were
this
you a big
story.
club drug user?
Yeah, I was when I was doing all my club drugs.
Right.
I remember they came
and
in
what
different
did
colors.
you do? What was your favorite? And were you going to those raves where they had like the foam all over the dance floor? Were you going to the foamy raves?
Yeah.
And take some Molly.
Yeah.
What is it? What glow sticks?
Yeah, glow sticks, and you
rubbing Vicks on your face.
You know it all.
Rubbing Vicks? What the hell is that?
Why do you rub Vicks on your face?
Here, dude, take this Bengay and rub it on my face.
I think if you're Clarice, you put the stuff underneath your nose so the corpse on the table doesn't bother you.
Puts the Vaseline on the face. Let's rave.
No, the Vaseline is scentless.
Puts the Vaseline in the basket.
No, you don't. No, there's no Vaseline. It's you put the Vicks in the basket.
Puts the Molly under my tongue.
There you go. There, now you're talking.
Just blow up.
So you were a big clubber and a big party drug user, huh?
No, I wasn't.
Party drug.
Yeah.
You were tripping, right?
You're a club kid.
Yeah.
You're mixing all these terms that don't even go together.
And these days, you're a big shroom girl, aren't you?
Yeah. Shroom face.
That's usually what I have for breakfast before I arrive here.
That's Roxanne's new name. It's going to be the MJ Morning Show. Hey, MJ here with Froggy and Fester and Shroom Face.
Well, she's the only one with a normal name.
I love it. Yeah, Fester's not here today. And
No.
he was really cagey with me. He's like, yeah, I need to take off on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday.
Jeez.
I'm like,
what's he got going on?
I have no idea. And he won't tell me. I mean,
He's very cat that swallowed the canary-ish with this whole thing.
Nobody knows, right?
Right.
Yeah,
No, he wouldn't tell me. I asked him yesterday, and he goes, it's kind of a secret. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Fester will not tell any of us why he needed today, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday off, returning allegedly on Tuesday. I have no idea, but he was being very cagey and just wouldn't tell us where the hell he is. So
maybe that's his secret for taking a nice little vacation.
I have no idea.
About it.
In the first part of November, big old a pre-election day vacation. Is that it?
I think he's getting a lipo.
You think he's getting lipo?
I mean, what is he hiding?
It's 6:08. Got the MJ Morning Show. We don't hide anything around here. At least I don't. All right, back in a second. Pat's got traffic, and thanks for listening. Back in a minute.
Just waking up, getting out on the roadways. You're going to like your ride to work on this Wednesday morning because things...
In a crew here, and I don't know how the hell I stumbled across this thing. Ended up in maybe a news feed or whatever. And we don't usually do like health inspection reports for restaurants. And hey, Andrew, do me a favor. Could you grab Roxanne's camera real quick? Roxanne, look at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
Yeah.
oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It's like you've got the whole sports athlete anti-reflection stuff wrong
I do.
under your eyes. Instead of using the black anti-reflector stuff like you'll see like baseball
Right.
players and football players.
Keep the glare out of your eyes.
They'll put the black streaks underneath their eyes to stop the glare from the lights or the sun or whatever. And Roxanne has skin-colored just blobs. No, don't look away.
Looks like you're about to hit center field in an all-girls league.
Exactly. It's the anti-reflection stuff that really does nothing. Actually, that would I think reflect more.
Yeah, maybe it would.
Yeah,
It's-
I think that stuff is a scam.
Can you explain? No. Roxanne has. Look at her.
No, I see hers.
Roxanne's got. What is that concealer?
This is called under eye cover up. I mean, it's concealer. It's concealer.
Is that
it's
to
not
get rid
foundation.
of? Is that to get rid of the raccoon eyes and all the bags under your eyes?
100%.
You don't have raccoon eyes.
Aren't you supposed to rub it in or something?
No, I'm just going to leave it like this because then you really don't notice my raccoon eyes because you just notice that.
All right, now
a good idea.
you've not rubbed it in yet.
No.
You
I
just
haven't.
have globs of concealer or whatever you call this under your eyes right now for everyone to see on MJTV.
Yes, this is what happens at this era. They know that. They know when to tune in to see the globs of concealer.
Now, Andrew, I don't operate the cameras, Andrew. Our producer, Andrew, you operate the cameras and you switch between my camera, Roxanne, Fester's camera, Froggy's camera. How often do we... well, don't rub it in yet. We want to do the rub in live. We want you to rub it live.
Don't
All right,
pre-rub it.
All right, hold on a minute. How often do we get Roxanne putting makeup on during the early segments of the radio program?
I'll periodically pick her camera.
Is it once a week or?
Oh, it's more than that.
Oh, it is once.
Yeah.
All right. So Roxanne, let's get the rub in right now. Let's just can you describe exactly how you're applying your makeup, and can you describe is there a procedure to rub it in, and how do you make sure you don't get that toxic cosmetic crap
it's
into
not
your?
toxic
How do you know?
because I read the ingredients of what I'm buying.
We eat some.
Okay.
I want you.
Yeah, prove it.
All right, so look at the camera right now.
Okay.
And rub in your concealer.
This is something interesting.
Yeah.
One time, I mean, a lot of people use
Yeah.
sponges.
Yep.
And when if I'm just putting on under eye concealer, then I don't use a sponge because I read one time that it's better for wrinkle prevention to just use your fingertips and pat with your fingertips.
And not
So that's
use,
useful.
Not use that rubber sponge deal.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Right.
use a sponge. If I'm going to put foundation on, I'll use a sponge.
Okay.
But so I just do a little bit and then I just pat with my fingers. And the thing is, and then of course I wipe my fingers. So as long as your fingers are clean when you're doing it, now if your fingers are dirty.
But what about getting all of the wrinkle marks off your fingers?
Oh, that's a good point. Especially if you just took a bath and they're all pruny. Yeah, good point.
All right. So we're rubbing. It's bothering me. Rubbing the last bit on your right eye.
First you told me not to rub, and now you're saying rub. So make up your mind. All right.
But no, you still have a big. There you
I
go.
see it.
All right.
Golly, just let her do her
No,
makeup.
because I'm looking at her and it's like a clown operation over here. It's distracting
Yeah,
me.
it's a total clown operation.
I'm sorry.
Me having a little bit of cover up under my eyes is the most distracting thing that ever takes place in this room.
It was distracting. I'm just saying.
Calling her bozo?
No, I'm not calling her bozo. All right, are we done with the makeup now?
I mean, we're done with that stage.
All right, we're done with that stage. All right. So, what was I saying before I got interrupted by your clown show over here?
Food processing.
That's right. Well,
food something.
Yeah, I don't make a habit out. Oh man, this is awful. I don't make a habit out of going through health reports, but for some reason, this story made its way into my news feed, and I saw this thing while I was doing prep last night. It's not a local deal. Like for instance, the TV station locally famous for like the restaurant health reports. That's Channel 28. It's ABC Action News. Was it Wendy Ryan that did? Was it the Dirty Dining?
Yeah, she used to do that. Yeah.
Do they still do it?
That's a good question. But I told you the story about Wendy Ryan and Dirty Dining with me, right? Did I ever tell you that?
You have not.
Okay. So one time, her husband, Jerome Ritchie, We used to do a show together. He's amazing. I adore him.
Hold on. Her husband who?
Jerome Ritchie.
I don't know him.
All right. Well, he and I used to do a show on WTSP.
He's a TV guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
so wait. Jerome, he's a TV dude as well?
Yes, he did that for a long time on WTSP.
Is he? That's Channel 10.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Channel 10, and is he still there?
No, he's not still there. But
What did he do? Was he a reporter? Was he an
an
anchor?
entertainment lifestyle.
He hosted that daytime
the
show
daytime
with
show.
her.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
Studio
All right.
10 is back when we did it.
Okay, I remember the name Studio 10.
Yes.
All right.
So he and I were friends from working together.
Right.
Wonderful person.
Okay.
And so one time we had much the same way we have our Schnitt household dinners, holiday dinners. We did that sort of thing. Well, it just so happens we had something was going on, and we had a tiny little cockroach problem at our house. And so
Wait, you had a cockroach problem at your house?
it wasn't like
Wait a minute, your West Chase pad was infested?
no, it wasn't infested. But they say if you see one, that means there are thousands.
Oh, there are billions.
Yeah, billions.
Billions.
So we, normally we don't see any. Occasionally one, we'll see one.
Sure.
But this particular, whatever was going on, I don't know if it was muggy or whatever, but it was a problem.
So your house was dirty dining?
So,
You had rat droppings in their food?
And the
No,
dirty dining lady
no.
was there.
Oh, my God. I'm eating a salad. There's a cockroach leg in my lettuce.
This is Joe's apartment.
So what? That's right.
no, it was just the irony. We had a lot of fun imagining that Wendy was going to come to our house. She'd never been to my house
so you
before.
never told them you had a cockroach. So
So Wendy
you
Ryan.
invite them for dinner. Wendy Ryan from ABC Action News, who did the whole Dirty Dining series. You invite her to your house. She's having dinner at your house, but you didn't tell them that you had a cockroach infestation?
Gosh.
Oh, my God.
You call an exterminator already.
We did.
God, how much rat poop was in the...
Oh,
How much-
These black beans are delicious.
Wow. And you never...
I was making lasagna. It wasn't like
Oh
I was
my
doing takeout.
God.
Everything was homemade. And I'm like, we're so getting busted for dirty dining as soon as Wendy comes in this door.
Oh, my
She's going to figure it out.
God. And you never told her that your place was just an infested crawl fest?
I feel like I told Jerome the humor that I found in
Gotcha.
the whole situation.
All right, so let me get back to the story here. Now, this is not Tampa Bay. For some reason, the story ended up in my news feed. It's Miami. And it's not. It doesn't matter the geography. It's just what happened here. And you want to talk about the worst timing? You want to talk about the worst thing that can happen when a health inspector goes to a restaurant to inspect? This is unbelievable. Something called the Victory Bakery on West Flagler in Miami. And this place, the Victoria Bakery, the inspection occurred based on a complaint. So somebody complained. And the place was ordered shut down on the 28th of October. So that's just, 3 days ago or so, 4 days ago. So this is fresh. 32 violations were found. Rodent activity present as evidenced by rodent droppings found, observed approximately 50 plus droppings in front dining near glass doors, observed approximately 20 plus droppings in the dining area and cove molding, rodent rub marks present along the walls, observed throughout the walls in the dining area, food contact surface soiled with food debris. Anyway, the list goes on and on. This place was just a mess. Temperature problems, shell eggs not stored at the proper place is just a disaster, right? So they do a follow-up inspection the next day. So they're shut down, right? They do a follow-up inspection. So the initial inspection was the 28th, just days ago. The health inspectors in Miami-Dade County at this Victoria Bakery, they show up the next day on the 29th, which would have been on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know the health inspectors operate on Saturday.
They never rest.
They show up on October 29th, and listen to this. From follow-up inspection 22/10/29, at time of the follow-up inspection, the inspectors saw a live rodent walking across the grill in the kitchen on the cook line.
Don't
Like
mind me.
My God.
Like
Can you?
Ratatouille.
I'm out of here, man.
I mean, the worst part, the inspector goes into the restaurant for a follow-up because of all the problems that were observed the day before. He's out there on a Saturday. He walks into the kitchen. How bad do things have to be in this place for a rat, a rodent, to be walking across the grill? And was he going, ooh, ow, ooh, ooh, ow, ooh,
My little feet.
oh, my feet, oh, ooh, ooh,
Oh, my tail. Oh, my paw.
By the way, if you're watching MJTV, you got the full effect because I was doing little hot feet. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Ow, ow. Where's my chef hat?
It is like Ratatouille. What is it? Ratatouille?
Ratatouille.
The movie?
Yeah. Is that the worst? Can you imagine you're the health inspector and you show up and there's a rodent walking across the grill on the cook line?
You're busted.
I'm the sous chef.
Nothing to see here.
Hello, there's my friend.
You know what? I wonder if there were more rats and they were going to do one of those team building activities where they all walk across the hot grill. You know,
The Tony Robbins team
there
building.
you go.
We're going to do the fall backwards.
It was the Tony Robbins rat team building deal.
Trust catch.
They all walk across the hot grill instead of hot coals.
Ow, it's hotter than I thought.
Convention.
Is that like the worst possible timing? Health inspector shows up and a rat is walking across the grill. That's unbelievable. All right, so it is 6:32. It's the MJ Morning Show. Got a huge pile of early morons in the news we'll get to. Also, tonight, Wednesday drawing, the next Powerball drawings tonight, at least $1.2 billion. And I would imagine it's going to go above $1.2 billion. That's the estimated right now, but there's going to be a frenzy for tickets. Yeah, am I going to get suckered in for another $20 or whatever? Probably. Do we have any chance of winning this thing? No.
Oh, you have a chance.
Well, you do. But I've got a way to visualize the odds of winning. Because we had the numbers yesterday. The odds of winning Powerball are 1 in 292,300 and something thousand. It's ridiculous. So later on during the show, when we talk about Powerball again and the fact that the drawing is tonight again, Wednesday drawing, at least $1.2 billion, I've got a way to visualize how really sucky your odds are of winning this thing. So hold on, we'll get to that later on. But I've got morons next, and a spectacular, delicious, rat-infested pile is next here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, I want to talk about my good friend. that could mean only one thing. It's time for this spectacular pile of the early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, kind of picking up with cockroaches and just a little bit of a Halloween follow-up. Oh, you just whipped your head around.
Yeah, because I sent you a cockroach story a couple days ago.
All right, which one did you send me?
I sent you one where like Halloween was shut down in a particular town.
Yeah, that's the one. Now, we both saw the same story. Now, we had this story yesterday morning. We just didn't get around to it, but just better late than never. Trick-or-treating was canceled because of a cockroach infestation in a neighborhood? I've never heard of this.
A whole neighborhood? Oh, my.
A cockroach infestation south of Detroit caused officials to cancel trick-or-treating in a contaminated neighborhood. Wait a minute. Are the cockroaches so bad that they don't want kids going up to, like, houses and knocking on doors that the cockroaches could, like, jump all over them?
Well, that's what it said in the article. The original story that I read is, like, they were afraid that they were going to jump on the kids' costumes.
Oh, my God.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Here are the details from this. Officials in the city of I don't even know how to pronounce it. I never heard of this place. So it's south of Detroit, the city of Wyandotte, Wyandotte. How the hell do you pronounce this place? So officials in this place near Detroit shut down a portion of a street to prevent vermin that had overrun a house from taking over the entire area. Streets in the surrounding area would also be closed to trick-or-treaters, so the roaches couldn't hitch a ride on the children's Halloween costumes. Oh, my God. This is disgusting. Unbelievable.
That would make a good costume, just covered in cockroaches.
Okay. How many cockroaches are there that they're not afraid of people? Because aren't cockroaches, they usually run away from people? Like, there's so many of them, they're just going to jump on the kids.
And they know you're after them, man. They know that you're about to just step on them and squish them, and they run like hell.
Yeah, they avoid people. So there are so many infested here that they're not afraid of people. They're just going to jump on you.
They have confidence in numbers.
Yes.
Sanitation workers discovered this unbelievable cockroach infestation back in August. And when the trash men threw the contents into the back of the truck, he immediately noticed a lot of movement, and whatever the trash guys had picked up was just loaded with roaches. Police were called to the home. They found children in the home among the infestation, and obviously the kids were removed. The house was condemned. And listen to this. A neighbor said, "I understand that the children were sitting on the couch for a wellness check and cockroaches were crawling all over them," according to a next-door neighbor by the name of Lisa Labine, told WXYZ television in Detroit. The former homeowners moved out of the house but failed to wrap up their belongings to be sprayed outside, causing the roaches to spread everywhere. This is unbelievable. Neighbors said that she had hundreds of pictures of roaches running wild in the neighborhood. So this one house was roach infested, and there were so many roaches that it was infesting the neighborhood, and officials shut down the street because they didn't want trick-or-treaters to be attacked by roaches. They thought that the roaches were going to jump on the kids while they're trick-or-treating.
Dude, how aggressive are these roaches?
That is unbelievable.
Like a gang.
Oh. Okay, I've been sitting over here Googling all these different celebrities because I knew there was one I read about.
A celebrity in roaches?
Yeah, is this it?
What?
Was it Sean Combs? One of them said when they were a kid, they remember waking up in bed and had roaches all over their face.
Like Puff Daddy?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm shocked at this information.
Yeah, I've got that sound.
Yes,
I got that soundbite here somewhere.
Yes.
Where the hell is that? Yeah, I've got that. I'm shocked at this information. Here we go. Say that again.
I'm shocked at this information.
No, not that. Tell me about Sean Combs again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He says, one day when I was growing up, I woke up and there were 15 roaches on my face.
I'm shocked at this information.
Why are there
I'm
roaches
shocked at
on
this
the-
information.
At that moment, I said, hell no. I refuse to live like this. Work hard, believe in your crazy dreams.
I'm shocked at this information.
So that really is a quote from Sean
Yes.
Combs?
Yes, I knew that I'd heard that. Some
That's a
celebrity
quote
happened.
from Puff Roachy.
Yeah.
Yo, change my name to Puff Roach.
What do you call him these days? You don't hear much about him anymore.
There was just a story about him when he dressed up as Joker and he was walking up and down the street and he almost got in a fight with one of the guys from some show. Power, maybe? Some TV show.
Yeah.
No, but why don't we hear about Sean Combs, Puff Daddy? I know, has Kanye just sucked all the oxygen out of the room? You know, kind of the...
Puff Daddy's laying low, man.
He is. You don't hear a damn thing about Puffy, Sean Combs. What does he do?
He's got to be... He
just
I
sits
don't
around
know.
and counts his cash?
Yeah,
guess
he probably just collects a lot of money. Yeah.
Is Bad Boy Records still a thing?
I don't know, but you just don't hear about Sean Puffy Combs.
No.
Please call him P. Diddy.
And this is, Puffy, P. Diddy, whatever the hell it is. And I just remember this is one of my favorite sound bites of all time.
I'm shocked at this information.
What was that from?
I forget.
Was that the one where he was like rambling about I have airplanes and helicopters and all kinds of stuff, and he was going on a big old brag rant?
Yeah, that's usually his style.
Yeah.
Oh, Puff Daddy was married to or had a baby with Kim Porter.
I have no idea who the hell that is.
No, but this is all.
Oh, wait a sec. Puff, did you know you had a baby with Kim Porter?
I'm shocked at this information.
Puff?
Okay, this just reminded me of something. Did you know that Al B. Sure is out of a coma?
Who?
Al B. Sure? This is
About
Roxanne's
what?
rap corner right now, by the way.
The singer Al B. Sure.
Yeah, he's out of a coma. He was in a coma for 2 months.
Well, I'll be darned.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, he does night and day. Hey, do we have any Al B. Sure? Can you see you bring up some Al? So
Yeah.
night and day. Yeah. Remember this?
A rapper?
Well, R&B.
Yeah, Al B. Sure. I haven't heard that name in years. So wait a minute. Out of nowhere, you're telling me that Al B. Sure was in a coma and now he's out?
Not out of, yeah, he's been in a coma for 2 months.
Whoa,
and
hold on.
Halloween, he just announced that he's out of his coma.
He snapped out of the coma?
Yes. And I'm trying to figure out why he was in a coma, but all he says is just a reminder to people to get your checkups from your doctor.
Okay, all right. So you don't slip into a coma. Hey, Puff Daddy, did you know that Al B. Sure was in a coma for 2 months?
I'm shocked at this information.
Yes, so am I.
I'll be sure.
Roxanne, just out of nowhere.
That's quite a tidbit to drop in the middle of nowhere.
That's like I think that was a Joe Mama Quiet Storm mainstay right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Fire
Joe
up
Mama
those-
Johnson and hey, give me some more Al B. Sure.
Dip your toes in the jello with the Joe Mama
What's
show.
up? It's Joe Mama and the Quiet Storm here. Yeah. Little Al B. Sure. Little shout out to one of my favorites.
Joe Mama show, hello.
Where Joe Mama at? Remember that?
Yeah.
I used to be on from 6 to 9 before the Quiet Storm with Joe Mama Johnson, and the phones were on fire
I'll
3
tell-
hours before his show.
I bet.
Where's Joe Mama? Get off!
Let me tell you right now. Early on over at FLZ, when we were doing the MJ and BJ show, this is like 1994, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and we'd go out and do appearances. We'd be at like a cell phone store or a car lot, and I'd be standing there, and we'd be handing out free prize crap, and people would come up to me and say, "Where Joe Mama at?"
Yeah.
Just
That's all people care about.
It's Joe Mama Johnson.
He's on 1 day a week for 3 hours.
And
That's all they care about.
At the Quiet Storm. Hell with this MJ and BJ crap.
Yeah.
Where Joe Mama at? It's great.
He did a Sunday night show on Q105. I'd see him roaming the hallways. and he's
I know.
Cool.
Yeah, he did a Quiet Storm for a while.
Yeah.
He's the definition of cool, Roxanne.
I know.
On Q105. All right, Roxanne, I got to play something you're not going to like. Also, a mug shot. And when you see the guy's mug shot, all right, of course this guy did what he's accused of when you look at his mug shot. All right, hang on. We'll get to all of that next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. We're back in minutes. When it comes to... think you should stay and listen to the MJ Morning Show. 7:01 MJ here with Froggy and Roxanne. There is no fester today, Thursday, Friday. Well, Friday we do best of, but Monday, fester's gone. We don't know why. Froggy,
I tried to get it out of him
I know,
yesterday.
he won't tell us. We don't.
It's very odd.
Very strange, very odd, very cagey. We do not know where Fester has gone.
He tells me everything.
He's gone somewhere. All right, finishing up with the early morons in the news, and then I guess Roxanne's got a complaint that we got to get into. So we'll get Roxanne's complaint in just a few minutes here. All right, I have a mug shot that you'll be able to view at mjmorningshow.com. I want to tell you what this guy's involved in, and then I want you to look at the guy's mugshot, and you will say, but of course.
Are you judging this guy just by his looks?
Jizz.
Okay.
I am. All right. So this dude here in Florida was driving his vehicle. It was missing 2 tires.
Okay.
Fester's one step away from that.
Really? So this guy's driving here in Florida. Vehicle's missing 2 tires. He's pulled over by the cops. And then he said that paranormal activity was responsible for, I guess, him driving on his car.
Well, of course, the aliens took his tires.
Or a ghost was driving.
Andres Orjuela Montiregre.
I think you said that perfectly.
I think that I'm perfect on this. Andres Orjuela Montiregre, 29 years old. This dude was pulled over on I-75 up in Marion County. Of course, Marion County is, name a big city in Marion County. Don't Google it. All right. Fester. Oh, he's not here. Froggy, Roxanne, do not Google. Marion, do you want to get your hands off your phone?
No.
Put your phone down. Hey, listen, come on. You don't know Marion County?
Ocala?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
It's
looked
a total
that up.
guess. No, look my hand.
Yeah. Ocala and a whole lot of forest up there. Okay,
Okay.
so Marion County, the sheriff's office noticed the vehicle had hazard lights on, and the tires on the driver's side appeared to be deflated. But then a deputy realized that the tires were not deflated. They weren't even there.
So I'm trying to picture that. He was just rolling around on the rims?
Guys on I-75, and both tires on the driver's side are gone.
He must have been leaving sparks like crazy.
No tires at all. So when he was asked about the damage to the vehicle, this dude, he told the deputy that somebody had put a curse on him and he hit a curb too hard. The driver said that he was given a do or die choice in which he could either drive home without tires or set the car on fire.
Oh, he made the right choice then.
You make the decision.
And sleep on the median.
Set it on fire and sleep on the median?
This is nuts. I mean, this is just crazy.
Wait a minute. Was it an alien or a ghost?
Now,
You were right. It was a ghost because
No.
he said paranormal activity.
all of this
right?
was caught on body cam. So this was all written up in the Marion County police arrest affidavit. Hey, do me a favor. Can you see if this audio, I couldn't find it last night. Can you see if they've released the body cam footage? Because I could not find it last night. I'm like, my God, I got to get this audio. Yes, officer, somebody put a Wambuki curse on my car, and I had a choice of do or die. I could either drive home without tires or set the car on fire and sleep on the median.
Did you run across a witch doctor lately?
Well, hold on a minute. I haven't even gotten to the guy's mugshot yet. So the driver was then instructed by the Marion County deputy sheriffs to get out of the car. The guy was unsteady. They then tried to get him to do the, field sobriety tests, but then he began cursing and started insulting the officers. And then he started to say that, that the damage to his car was from paranormal activity. He said, somebody put a curse on me. And then he said, if you mess with me right now, let me tell you something. I'm going to break your head with a baseball bat.
What? Where's he going to get the bat?
Things, this story is everything. Things not to say to a deputy sheriff pulling you over for missing 2 tires.
The ghost was going to get him a bat.
Exactly. So if you mess with me right now, let me tell you something. I'm going to break your head with a baseball bat.
Okay.
And then he said, wait a minute, it gets better. And then he tells the deputy, I'm going to skin you alive.
What? This guy's got all kinds of stuff going
All
on.
right. Now, folks, you're getting the bits and pieces. You're getting, I mean, just when you think it's done, but wait, there's more. You know, it's like an old Billy Mays infomercial or, you know, Anthony Sullivan. But wait, there's more.
I'm surprised he didn't drop I'll gut you like a fish at this point.
All right, so the guy continues to make threats. He was ultimately arrested. 2 deputies conducted a search of the driver. He spat in the face of one of them.
Oh, my gosh.
Continued with the threats of bodily harm and cursing. As the deputy went to wipe the spit from his face, he then tried to grab the officer's taser.
All right, this guy's got to stop.
Wait a minute.
It's out of control.
So this guy, Orjuela Montialegre, then he had to be picked up and put into the back of the patrol car where he was kicking both the deputies. They then took him off to the Marion County Jail, would not submit to a breath test. Anyway, this guy was charged with all kinds of crap. Now, are you ready for the big reveal?
Dude, one hell of a curse. Please.
Now, with all of the things that I just revealed about what happened during this traffic stop, I'm going to show you a mug shot.
I'm sure he's a very sophisticated looking man.
I'm going to show you a mug shot, and I want you to say, but of course, nothing in that story surprises me at all. All right, Froggy, roll over here to the monitor. All right, Roxanne, you ready? All right,
Let's see this.
Here's the big reveal. This is the guy's mug shot, and...
Go!
Of course that's him.
Of course.
Why is his head so big?
I don't know what's going on
Some of
here.
that's his hair.
I have
Yeah, but his part goes straight up.
Yeah, you're
I have
right.
no idea what's going on.
Gee,
with this
maybe
guy.
he
He's
is
a tall
possessed.
head.
Yes, Andrew.
I could play a little bit of the audio. I haven't previewed all of it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you found I couldn't find it last night. Now let me tell you right now, folks. What happened? Oh my! Did you spill crap again?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my God!
It's not that bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Carry on.
Oh jeez, Froggy's a spill of man. You're like a 3-year-old kid.
Insane.
You're like a 3-year-old kid at dinner. You spill everything all
Let
the
me go
time.
get Andrew. I need paper towels.
All right,
It's moving.
All right, of course. Yeah, please rush some paper towels in here.
Sorry.
All right, of course, the mugshot is available for you right now, folks. Hey, Andrew, are we getting close to the system where we're going to be able to put the mugshots and stuff we talk about on MJTV? Are we getting close to this?
I don't know.
Oh my!
I see other things, other shows broadcast online that they could do it.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to be able to do that, but folks, go to our website. So the mugshot of this guy making all these threats, spitting and biting officers and kicking them, driving on no tires, talking about paranormal activity.
Hey, you know what? If you're his defense attorney,
Yep.
deny that happened. I mean, prove that a ghost didn't tell him to do all that.
Okay.
That's
Hey.
not going to be tough.
All right, so if you want to see this guy's mugshot, and of course you'll say, well, of course this guy did all this. You guys got to see this guy's mugshot. It's up at mjmorningshow.com. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, click on stories that we mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and it's going to be the top item. So mjmorningshow.com, that's mjmorningshow.com. Click on stories we mentioned. Andrew, let me hear some of the audio. Is the body camera audio, is it pretty clear? Is it good?
So you can hear some of him. I mean, the officer you can clearly hear. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Roll the audio. Here we go.
Do you know that you've been driving on the rim of your car here?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's my only way to go.
Did you get in a car accident?
I hit a curb. That's actually really weird. I hit a curb, and I guess I hit the curb kind of hard, but I wouldn't have expected.
All right, so
He doesn't sound very possessed.
I hit the curb kind of hard. All right, so the mugshot of this guy is up at mjmorningshow.com. And the website, by the way, this is just a whole different sidebar here. The website where I saw the mugshot, they have an ad. How do you say this snack? Look at the webpage. This snack item here, and I believe that it started as a big like a Latino community snack.
Oh, that's a popular snack right there.
Right there, but it started like being really big in the Latino community, right? Is it Takis?
Takis.
Is that how you say it?
I think so.
It's Takis.
That sounds right. I've heard that.
Right?
Takis.
Takis. Is that the one where they say that it is like one of the most unhealthy snacks in the world?
How could it be that unhealthy? What is it?
No,
I never even had a Taki.
Like, you know what? I want to go to phones on this. Do we have time to go to phones? All right, quickly. If I go to phones quickly. All right, 800-990-1047. What is I think these are them. I think it's Takis, or is there another one I'm thinking of? But I thought I heard from somewhere that as far as like a snack or a chip, that these Takis are just unbelievably unhealthy. Is that true?
I heard they're delicious.
I'm finding a little write-up about it.
I think I read a story at some point that it's like the most unhealthy chip or snack that you can eat. Takis. Did you find anything to that effect?
Yeah, they lack important nutrients and they're high in fat and salt.
Of course, they're chips.
Yeah.
No, but it's, I think, worse than other things.
What do they have? Olein that gives you like...
Can somebody fill me in on these? Anyone listening right now? Takis. Now, how do you pronounce this chip, number one? And number two, do you eat a lot of these things? And have you been hospitalized recently? I don't know if we're going to get phone calls on this. But on the story with the guy's mugshot, there's this huge ad for the snack chip. I'm like, wait a minute. I think that's the snack chip. I see it in the stores. And then I'm pretty sure that I read a story that it's like the most unhealthy snack chip you can eat are these Takis.
Takis are loaded with harmful preservatives, sodium, and fat.
What are you reading from?
That's actually on the bag.
This website is called beinghuman.org.
Oh, yeah, it's one of my favorites. I think I have it bookmarked. Hey, phones are ringing here. Let me grab line one.
They look kind of delicious.
Yeah. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Oh, is this me?
Hold on. What's your name? Yeah, it's you. What's your name?
Oh, Ella.
Hey, Ella, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Now, is it Takis? Taki? How do you pronounce the snack?
So it's Takis.
It is Takis. All right, now.
It is Takis.
Now, am I right? Have you heard that this is like the most unhealthy snack chip that you can eat?
Yes, very much so, because mainly it's the salt content.
All right, now, do you eat Takis, or do you know people that eat these things?
So I'm Mexican. Yes, I eat Takis.
All right, now, and that's the deal. Now, this chip has gone mainstream, but it really began in the Latino community, correct? This was a big Latino popular snack, right?
Yeah, well, before it wasn't Takis, obviously. It was just tortilla chips, like any type of tortilla chips that either you make at home or anything.
Oh, yeah, listen, obviously we all know, tortilla chips, but Takis is a brand name, and they added all kinds of flavorings and spice and all kinds of stuff to the chip, and that's what made it unhealthy, right?
Yeah, it's a knockoff because before you would put tortilla chips with something called tajin.
Yeah, that's what I like. Oh, tajin.
Oh, yeah, Roxanne.
I'll eat the heck out of some tajin.
Oh, Roxanne loves tajin. Mm-hmm. She puts tajin.
Oh, it's delish.
Yeah, she puts tajin on everything.
Fruit.
She's got a bottle. She snorts it during the show.
I do.
She does lines of tajin right off. She'll do it off of like Froggy stomach.
Yeah, right off my love handle.
Anytime when we were kids, if we go to the palatero, the ice cream shop guy,
yep,
it would be like you get chicharrones or tortilla chips, put tajin with some lime, shake it up in that plastic bag he has, and that's what we would do. But now it's mainstream. It's Takis, and everybody eats it. I'm a middle school teacher. That's how I bribe my kids.
With the Takis. But you agree that, and I know I've seen this, and Roxanne found some stories, that it is supposed to be one of the most unhealthy snack chips.
Unfortunately, it is.
All right, thank you so much, and have a great day at school with your kids.
What's a healthy snack
Middle
chip,
school
really?
teacher. Well, listen, there are healthy snacks
I
out there.
I think what I'm really, like she said, the salt to blow you up like a tick, and, just different kinds of fats are good for you.
All right, hey, let me grab a couple of calls. I'm running late here, but what the heck. Hey, Jordan's in Lakeland. Hey, Jordan.
Hey there, how are you?
Am I right about these Takis?
So I would assume that maybe some people are saying that they're unhealthy because of all the dyes, because they've got the blue heat and then they've got the red one, which is the typical fuego.
Okay.
And I know that everyone's on this whole, oh no, dye kick. It's bad.
That's right.
No blue
That's
dye,
right.
no red dye.
No, but I think it was, again, the salt and the fat. And I remember I read something like a year or two ago, and I'm like, Takis. And then I saw the picture. I'm like, oh, yeah, I've seen that in the store. I'd never purchased any. Thanks for the call, Jordan. I had one more. Kate. Man, look at the Takis lines blew up here. Kate is in Zephyr Hills. Kate, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Go.
Good morning, gang.
Morning.
My grandson absolutely loves the purple bag, which is called Fiego, I think, and he makes some kind of concoction that I just walk away. It is Takis, ramen noodles.
What?
A tortilla. He does something.
Tortilla. Does he throw in some Count Chocula? Anyway, hey, it sounds like your kid's off to what'd you say, your grandkid or your kid?
I have custody of my grandson.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Give that kid a darn tortilla.
Do you have hold on? Do you have custody of the kid because of the crap he was eating in your daughter's house?
No.
All right, just checking. Hey, best of luck. Hey, thank you for calling in. All right, 7:17. It's the MJ Morning Show, and yeah, exactly. The Takis, apparently not the most healthy thing around.
No, you were right.
All right, 7:18. MJ Morning Show. Just running a little late here. right, you got the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 727. Now, running about 3 to 4 minutes late here. That's because we went long in the last segment on the whole Takis death snack calls. So my apologies to all the creatures of habit and people getting into their car, going to work or going to school and saying, hey, MJ's still playing a song at 727. What's going on? Well, that's why we're just running a little late here. All right, Roxanne is in panic mode. Ooh, MJ, we got to talk about this. This didn't set off any, alarms with you, little red lights flashing.
No, I know. I've seen things like this get passed around before.
All right, by the way, this begins the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. So every morning, usually 7:23, 7:24, we launch an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We don't break, no break. Froggy, you're out.
Right when you said break, I dropped the mouse.
What are you doing over there?
Sorry.
You're a spill-o-matic machine over there, and now you're dropping.
I'm nothing but a nuisance.
You're an absolute broadcast nuisance in the studio. You know, one thing we try to avoid is superfluous noise, and Froggy's just not good at that. And then Fester, when he sits down on his chair, it creaks and squeaks, and if you ever hear like a metallic clanking noise, that's Fester, and the chair is like, going, ugh.
His chair is so relieved today. It's like a vacation.
Yeah, and Fester's not here.
Why don't you call him?
You know what? That might be a good idea.
What is he doing?
Well,
some clues.
We don't know what's going on with Fester.
It makes me worry. Like, is he having like a surgery that
I don't know.
he needs or something?
Well,
I don't think so because he has like a sneaky look when he says it, like a happy sneaky look when he tells you about it.
Yeah, we don't know what he's doing. Fester asked for today, tomorrow, Friday, and Monday off. And it's not like he's going on vacation. I mean, the kids are in school. It's November 2nd.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very suspicious.
You know what? Hang on a minute. Let me try. Then we'll get into Roxanne's friend, who's she wants to warn all women out there, folks. There's something you got to be careful. There's a big warning for all our women listeners. Hold on. There's a big warning. You got to be aware of this. Danger, danger. Let me get Fester, or try to. Oh, I don't need to bring down the touchstones because it's, what's his number, Froggy?
Oh, 813-310-8444.
Oh, my God. Right to voicemail.
Maybe out of the country?
It sounds like he might be on an airplane or something because, listen, it went right to voicemail. 813-310-8444.
Merch coming soon.
Froggy's going to put out T-shirts. Now it's ringing. Now it's ringing.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Fester.
Hey, guys.
7:30 at the MJ Morning Show, and Fester's on the phone.
Yes.
So we're just wondering, why are you being so sneaky and cagey and so elusive, evasive? Why would
suspicious, really?
That's another good word. Suspicious. You wouldn't tell anybody why you needed today, tomorrow, Friday, and Monday off.
Right. That's right. I'm not telling anybody.
When do we get to find out?
There's no reason to find out. I mean, it's personal time is personal time. I shouldn't be beholden to divulge what I use my personal time for.
What a boundary setter.
Wow. That's an official statement.
Where are you right now? Or is that top secret as well? Can you not tell me?
I mean, I don't.
Could you put a sentence together?
No, I'm trying to think. I mean, it's not top secret. I'm at Miami Airport.
You're where?
Ooh.
I'm in Miami.
Miami?
You're at the Miami Airport?
Yeah. But I can't tell you anything more than that because then I start dropping clues, and then
it is
I'm
a
not trying to
surgery.
do all that.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Are you with your kids?
No.
You're alone?
So you've left your kids, your 6 and 11-year-old at home just to fend for themselves?
No.
Is this a surgery procedure, maybe?
Dude, are you going to South America to get a Brazilian butt lift or something?
I'm not getting a butt lift.
Wiener enlargement? God knows you need it.
Whoa, hold on a sec. Are you by yourself or is Allison with you?
She's not with me.
Oh, my God. What are you
is
doing?
going on?
What is going on? So the kids are home with your wife.
Right? Yeah, they're home. Right.
And you're at the Miami airport.
I don't think you can press much more, MJ. I think it's his personal right to keep it to himself.
I have a couple-hour layover here, and then
Then where are you going?
Hold on, are you leaving the country?
Usually when you fly out.
Let him answer. Are you leaving the country?
Yeah.
What are you?
International airport.
All right, here's what.
All right, dude, what is going on here?
Everybody knows that. And I'm not, making mediocre jokes on the MJ Morning Show. I sell RVs, right?
Okay.
Don't tell me there's an RV show in Guatemala.
No, in Cancun.
What?
No, it's in Cancun.
Get out of here.
Yeah, big RV show in Cancun.
No, hold on. Are you really? You're flying to Cancun?
Yeah, for a big RV convention.
What?
No, you're not.
No, I'm kidding.
I get it. Dude, what?
That was a horrible
I'm
joke.
Googling it.
Are you not going to tell us what you're doing?
Listen. I'll tell you. Every year, General RV has a salesman trip for the best salesman. And
so why are you going?
I don't know. I somehow weaseled my way onto the trip, so here I am.
Well,
going where?
Where are you going?
We're going to Cancun.
You are going to Cancun
by yourself?
Yeah. We'll go with a bunch of my buddies. We're going to get bent.
Your bros.
No, getting bent is when you're a scuba diver and you get decompression sickness, which I know you're not a scuba diver because
you're going to Cancun for 5 days to party with other salesmen.
Yeah,
that sounds like that's great. What? Fester goes to Cancun for 5 days with a bunch of fat, sweaty dudes that sell RVs for a living.
Let's go to Carlos and Charlie's.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So we've already been warned about the cartel.
Yeah. Hold on, you've already been what?
Warned about the cartel.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Fester kidnapped by the Mexican drug cartel.
So they had like 3 dates to choose from. You could have gone last week, this week, or next week.
Right.
So me and my friends chose this week.
Because it's the least cartel-y?
No, one of the guys from last week got shaken down.
Shaken down. Got shaken down. Hold on a minute. So the company, there's so many sales guys and women in the, I guess, the pool of those that qualified to go on the company trip that they've had to split it up over 3 different weeks?
Yeah, well, yeah. There's a lot of salesmen make it, and then you get to pick a time that works best for you. I think it's like 4 windows where you can take the trip, like this week and last week, right. And then like the week.
And then wait a minute, one of the sales guys was on the trip last week and got shaken down by the Mexican drug cartels?
No, not the cartel, the police.
Got shaken down by the police?
Oh, you could pay them off.
Yeah, the police are even. I think the police in Mexico are just as bad as the cartels.
Well, what I heard was, I haven't talked to the guy firsthand,
right?
That he got pulled over for speeding. And so the trick is, don't drive a car. If you drive a car, they're going to.
Oh yeah, they're looking for the gringos, absolutely.
And so the policia asked told them, hey, either jail that way or $1,000.
Oh yeah, it is. I've got no desire to go. I got to be honest.
I don't think I would go.
Hey, my dad.
Mexico.
My dad and mom, I don't know why they got sucked into the whole timeshare crap.
What? Are you kidding me? A schnit though for that?
But listen, they've done pretty well.
They buy it from Army Hammer?
No, they've. Then he ate my mother's big toe. All right. No, but seriously, my parents over the years, they had like a St. Martin timeshare. They've really used the hell out of it. So they've really gotten their money's worth. And they've got a timeshare on the west coast of Mexico, and my dad was driving the rental car in Mexico. It was about 5-6 years ago, and my dad, not at fault, was hit by some crazy Mexican driver. The cops show up, and they threatened to arrest my dad, and they tried to shake my dad down for like $5,000. So, folks, I have no desire to go to Mexico. None at all whatsoever because of that kind of crap. All right, listen, Fester, thanks for... So why wouldn't you tell us originally that you were taking off to go on a sales reward trip from General RV, your other job?
Good for you.
Well, because a part of it is that I know this drives you crazy. You have to know everything.
Oh, so you think it drives me crazy by me not being in the know?
By virtue of you calling me at 7:30 in the morning, where the hell are you? Yeah, I think I'm right.
Glad we caught you before you went overseas.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you send Fester a text? Yeah, Fester and text. It's a Fexter. So why don't you send Fester a text wishing him a nice trip?
Fester, how can we text you?
This is listener-driven, folks.
You give us jokes we can hold on to.
A listener sent this to me.
I know you think we are a bunch of bozos.
It's the Fester text line song.
Froggy, put your number on the show.
Yeah, he's going to do it again in just a matter of moments.
Fester, I got your number. I need to send you mine.
This is so bad it's good.
Fester, don't change your number. 310-8444.
813.
310-8444.
Area code 813.
310-8444. 310-8444.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. If you want to text Fester right now before he leaves Miami to fly to Cancun on this sales trip, if you'd like to wish Fester a good time and say enjoy your little getaway, if you'd like to text what?
Wish me that I don't get abducted by the cartel.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Call and text Fester over in Mexico so he racks up a bunch of international charges.
Yeah, now we're cooking.
All right, so for all you, what's the number again for our listeners to text Fester right now?
813-310-8444. I'm hoping to launch my merch line next week, so be prepared.
Froggy's got a whole bunch of mock-ups for Fester text T-shirts with Fester's face and 813-310-8444. All over
coffee. I even have women's leggings with it on. I have a coffee mug.
The whole merch line is launching.
I'm going to work out with your number on.
I saw the cartoon likeness of myself.
Yeah.
It is uncanny.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's pretty good. Hey, what airline are you flying?
American.
All right, Fester, enjoy your time in Cancun on your RV sales reward trip.
Be careful.
Yeah. Yes, Andrew.
Is he going to limp down onto the plane to try to get a aisle seat?
Oh, yeah. You're pulling some kind of big injured passenger or disabled passenger racket on this flight to get a better seat?
You know what? I didn't need to because I got upgraded from the Tampa to Miami leg, but I'm thinking about faking a limp for the second leg.
Got a wheelchair request over, But also, I try to avoid the Miami airport at all costs.
Oh, I was there this weekend. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
All right.
You know what I learned today?
What did you learn today, Fester?
If you're running late for a plane,
Yep.
if you, like, let's say you have a layover and it's really close.
Yep.
If you tell them you're handicapped and you need a wheelchair, once you're in airport person custody, the plane won't leave without you.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's useful.
What I heard. That's what I heard. Because we're talking, a couple of guys were talking. He's like, hey, they were on another flight and got really close, and one of the guys in the group fell. And he's like, oh, I can't walk. I need a wheelchair. And they get him a wheelchair. Now he's in airport custody, right? And then they radio ahead and they'll hold the plane for somebody in a wheelchair.
I'm not sure
All
about
the guys made it.
Yeah, that's a lot better than getting arrested and doing 20 years of federal time for calling in a bomb threat. People have done that. People that were late for their flights, they would actually call in a bomb threat to delay their flight.
Right.
And then they look for the person that shows up late and they're like, oh, that's him. All right, buddy, enjoy your trip. Don't get kidnapped by a Mexican drug cartel, okay?
Honestly, I would be the last guy.
Oh, hey, dude, wait a sec. There's a hurricane coming your way.
Oh my God!
Dude, wait a minute!
Oh my God! It's gonna be right towards you,
dude. Tropical Storm Lisa, which I think is supposed to become a Category 1, is going right toward you.
We're looking at it right now.
I haven't even checked the weather,
dude. There's a hurricane coming your way. It's in the southern Caribbean. And I think
you're going to fly into some weather there, bud.
I think it's Tropical Storm Lisa is going right toward
Look,
Cancun.
right behind Amanda Holly is the hurricane. You're going to.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing?
Coming at you.
Fester, turn around.
You don't drink that much. Are you just going to be like the person that people do body shots off of down there?
Ew. I think they have it like an all-inclusive resort, so I might have to tie one on.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Fester. Enjoy your trip.
All right, goodbye, guys.
And we're not kidding. There's a tropical storm headed that way.
It's not a joke.
All right, goodbye. If you want to text Fester and tell him to have a good time, The number to text Fester
No,
on his...
no, because the international rates may apply.
Oh, that's even better. All right.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he's in Miami now, but text him like tomorrow. Text him all weekend. All right. All right. What's the number?
Oh, 813-310-8444.
That's right. 813-310-8444 for Fester.
Yes.
All right. Running a little late here. I didn't expect him to pick up. So I got to get back now to what I was saying about Roxanne, and we have a warning, folks. This is a very, very serious situation. Roxanne received a text from, which friend was this?
Dunice and Kettle.
Will you stop? It's not Dunice.
Kettle. I'm sorry. Kettle sent it.
Stop making up. And I'm Dunice. That's the lady with the little bitty hand on Saturday Night Live. You know, was it Kristen Wiig? Was that it?
Okay,
the whatever sisters from the Finger Lakes and I'm Dunice. You don't have a friend named Dunice. Which friend said
Stephanie?
Yeah, you made that up as well. You don't have a friend named Stephanie. What is your issue with not mentioning your friends' names?
Yeah,
what's your
I
problem?
don't understand this. I'll talk about my friend, Big Lou. That's it.
No, I just, it's just a privacy thing.
Roxanne sent me a text. She forwarded me this text because this came from one of Roxanne's friends, and it's a big warning, and Roxanne's friend thought that Roxanne needed to talk about this on the radio show. Now, do you want to read the text, or do you want me to read the text?
I'll read the text.
Go ahead, read the text. This is from your friend Dunice.
To all my
And I'm Dunice.
This is obviously a copy-paste. To all my Florida girls and moms of teens and kiddos, pay attention. Yesterday, my mom's coworker's daughter went to the Barnes & Nobles at Coconut Point, Estero. Anybody know where that is?
Yeah, Estero is is that Collier? Estero is just north of like Naples. It's
Fort Myers.
In between Fort Myers and Naples is like Estero.
She got a book.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
She got a book and then went to Starbucks for coffee. Now, my radar's already up a little bit because 19-year-olds reading from a book. I don't know if that happens, but
That's a good thing.
Okay.
All right.
After she took her, I was thinking more like a Kindle. Okay. After she took her book and drink and sat at the tables outside the store, a strange man comes up to her with a bouquet of flowers and told her she was absolutely beautiful and just wanted to give them to her. And she didn't smell them. She said, thank you. And he put them on the table. She looked around and noticed a large black van with two men standing outside of it. And the van had no tags. No tags.
No license plate number on the van.
She knew something wasn't right and then started to feel sick. She called her mom. Mom told her to go inside and get help. Thank God this girl was able to put her mom on speaker because by the time she was starting to get through the door, she passed out.
Come on. Sounds like an urban legend.
Keep going.
Mom started screaming
Keep
through the
going
phone
with
for
this
help.
keep going with this very believable, plausible story.
This is all in one text? My gosh.
I keep going.
And the workers heard her and called an ambulance. And she is okay. Thank God. But this could happen to anyone, anywhere. Please pay attention to your surroundings, ladies, and don't accept anything from anyone. Estero is a nice area, and so is Coconut Point. I'm still in shock after hearing this story, but it just goes to show how careful you have to be. Please be careful, you guys.
Okay.
Roxanne, come on.
Copy and paste and send to all your friends.
And so it says copy and paste and send this to all your friends.
It has been verified to be true.
Oh,
it has been verified to be true.
Oh, that's right. And it says it's been verified to be true.
Roxanne.
All right. Now, and this came from your friend Dunice?
Yes.
Very good. There we go.
Look at this text.
Roxanne, this is urban legend.
Okay.
This is like, be careful at the gas station because there's an AIDS-infected needle on the handle. And
Then she was driving home and flashed her lights at a car with the lights off. It was a gang.
It was a gang initiation. Then they turned around and murdered you.
Yes.
Come on.
Then they took her kidney in
hold
a tub.
on. What? Hey, don't laugh about that. Hey, so I mentioned Brazilian butt lift.
We're going to get into that.
And you just mentioned kidneys. Hold on.
Oh, God.
This is going to be a hell of a segue in about 1 minute here, folks. So you got to hear this as well, because this is uncanny. This just comports perfectly because I have another story that's floating around that I do not believe, all right? So your friend sends it. This is urban legend.
Right. But you know what? As a woman, you feel responsibility. Like you read this and you're like, okay, well,
no guys are passing out like chloroform flowers or whatever that the women sniff, and then they pass out, and then they're taken into a black van with no license plates. Come on.
You know what? This is all of a sudden sounding like an old cartoon. It's sounding like Pepe Le Pew. Didn't he put flowers in like that?
I don't think he was.
Cat's face
was
that
he?
he wanted.
Was he drugging women?
I think so. I think that was why people.
Sounds like they're
canceled
taking
him.
War of the Roses to the extreme.
What was Pepe Le Pew the original date rapist?
I think he was.
Come here.
That's where Bill Cosby got his ideas from Pepe Le Pew. I guess. Oh my God!
But you get something like this, and you feel like a responsibility. Like, what if I don't forward this, and all my one of my friends gets
Roxanne? There's no responsibility. This is fake.
Okay.
It is not real.
Roxanne.
Get one of your police friends.
Why don't you call the Estero, Florida police right now? Hello, this is Roxanne Wilder from the MJ Morning Show up here in Tampa Bay. And can I please talk to you about...
Freedom of Information Act, please. I'd like it.
Can I please talk to you about the incident where the woman at Starbucks sniffed flowers?
Poison death flowers?
And two men were waiting in a black van with no license plates to kidnap her when she passed out with the chemically ridden knockout flowers.
All right, she's just looking at the flowers. Okay, now she's gonna sniff it. She's gonna sniff it.
She's out. Let's go. Get her. Like, what is that?
Roxanne, this is a phony, fake story. Tell your friend.
I'm sure it is, but just in case, better safe than sorry.
Did you believe this for a minute? Come on.
No, I didn't believe it.
Yes, you did. I'm worried about you.
That is one of the... it's like a grandma phone for.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are the big ones? So it's back when there were payphones. There was a story floating around in email that, hey, be careful if you try to get your change out of the payphone.
Mm-hmm.
The needle.
There's an AIDS-infected needle in the payphone slot. And then it became there was a needle underneath the grip handle on the gas pump.
And then we had one a couple weeks ago with the tie around the zip tie around the door handle.
Oh, that's right. We just did that a couple of days ago. There's another a new twist is that there was a story that this young woman leaves for work at leaves work at 3:00 in the morning to drive home and noticed that there were black zip ties that were tied to like the handle on one of the car doors. And her father said, oh yeah, she did some research and it's a sign. It's to let people know that it's a young, vulnerable woman that's going to be alone in the parking lot. It's like, come on.
Or the fentanyl dollar bills.
Don't say fentanyl. It's fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Fentanyl.
Oh, fentanyl.
Fentanyl, not fentanyl. It doesn't sound like Tylenol. It's fentanyl, not fentanyl.
Don't gotta get hot about it.
No, it just bothers me.
Number
Especially,
two, the dollar bill with the fentanyl. They say the kids don't pick up a dollar bill because it's fentanyl on it and you'll die.
It's fentanyl.
Okay, fentanyl.
Just remember, fentanyl rhymes with dollar bill.
All right,
don't touch them.
7:49. Roxanne, that's a fake urban legend story.
Okay.
And if you call why don't you call the Estero Police Department and record the phone call? We'll play it back tomorrow.
Okay.
No, seriously. This is your assignment. I want you to get.
Okay.
No, seriously.
I'm totally up for it.
I want you after the show. I want you to go ahead and get a hold of the public information officer at the Estero Police Department or the sheriff's office. I don't know if they have their own Estero police, but get a hold of them and just read them the story and let them tell you how true this is.
Okay.
All right. And have them give you all the details from the police report on the story that didn't happen. All right. And I want you to record that. I want to play it back tomorrow morning.
Okay.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
That is your homework for tomorrow's show. All right, 7:50 at the MJ Morning Show. And earlier I mentioned Fester at Miami Airport. I wanted to know if he was going to like South America for a Brazilian butt lift cheap or something. And I said, hey, that's going to comport. And then we've got the urban legend crap that Roxanne just foisted upon us.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, this just totally works into the story here. A woman is revealing that her friend went to the Dominican Republic for a BBL.
You know what a butt lift, right?
Yeah.
You know what a BBL is? It's a Brazilian butt lift. And she ended up getting her kidney stolen after paying $3,500 for her Brazilian butt lift.
Well, where did they make the incision?
This
you got a kidney while you're...
Come on, this is not a real story either, all right?
This is the same thing, right?
It's sort of the same deal.
Oh. How could they pull it out of her butt? I mean, how could it be possible?
Where are your kidneys? Are they?
Where are your kidneys?
I mean, they're in the back, right?
Yeah.
Right. So maybe you could just, if you dig deep enough, you could reach in there.
Listen to this. Woman went to the Dominican Republic for a Brazilian butt lift, and her kidney was stolen. And then it goes into the whole story. I don't believe this for a minute. Nearly 5 years ago, Drake dropped "Nice for What" to pay homage to the ladies. So Drake, the artist, did a song, "Nice for What," while his message for women was to love themselves for who they are. That is not the current culture. Over the past decade and a half, it's been about women having a big this and big that. As a result, women are going out and having work done on their bodies. Over the years, there have been women who have lost their lives trying to get work done. Now, that's true. That part is, you've had women that have gone to get like Brazilian butt lifts or butt enhancements. We've had it happen right here in Florida. I remember there was a story out of Lakeland where I think a woman died or just got ridiculously sick and had a butt injections done to make her butt larger. And all they did was squirt and jam like caulking from Home Depot or Lowe's or from Ace Hardware.
Which won't leak.
Into the buttocks. I mean, it's just awful. You know, my brother is a plastic surgeon, and my brother Drew has done surgeries to remove literally caulking that you use to seal your windows or around the edge of your tub. People have that crap injected in their butts. It's like, what are you doing? So you got to be careful of this stuff. But I don't believe this for a minute that a woman went to the Dominican Republic and to have a Brazilian butt lift, and while she was out, they removed one of her kidneys to sell on the black market or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like an old wives' tale. But I do have to ask a question about BBLs. What do you think is going to happen? We haven't really seen BBLs age, have we? Do you think women's butts are just going to hit the floor?
I don't know.
How heavy, how dense is the material that goes in your butt? Now, this is a woman who has breast implants talking, so I'm not throwing shade on anyone who does that.
Hold on, do they put stuff in your butt for the Brazilian butt lift? Do they? I don't know.
I think they do.
All right, hold on.
Right?
Hang on a second.
Yeah, we need to ask your brother.
It's a popular surgery these days,
it
I'll tell you
is.
that.
I'm calling my brother. I have no idea if he's available to take the call. 7:54 here on the MJ Morning Show. See if my plastic surgery bro is available to take the call here. Hello, Drew. It's your bro, and we're live on the air. Hey, quick question. We were doing a story here, and it's an urban legend. We seem to have a lot of little weird stories this morning, but there's an item which I'm saying, come on, this is fake. A woman revealed that a friend of hers got a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift, in the Dominican Republic and wound up having her kidneys stolen. All right. So that I believe that's like total crap, total urban legend. But the reason why we're calling is, Roxanne, go ahead and ask Drew what the story is. Go ahead.
Okay, so what's going to happen years from now for the women who got the BBLs? Is stuff put in there, or is it just a lift, or is stuff actually go in your butt?
Sounds like you're interested in a Brazilian butt lift. All right, so Drew, what is a Brazilian? What happens?
So, generally, liposuction is done in any area of the body. Frequently, we call it lipo 360, where somebody gets liposuction of at least the lower back and abdomen and flanks. Some people get arms, thighs, etc. And so that fat is harvested into a sterile container, processed, and then re-injected in the butt for augmentation. And that's what a Brazilian butt lift is.
All right, so you're not putting in like lead weights, or you're not putting in a beach ball. So the definition of a Brazilian butt lift is really a fat transfer. Gotcha.
Fat transfer.
All right, now, how much, I don't have a lot of time here, but how much of the fat gets reabsorbed that you put into the butt?
It's kind of controversial.
Yep.
I believe a lot of it just turns into fibrosis or scar tissue and oil cysts, so that fat breaks down to kind of an oil and it still fills that space and still provides that result. And a lot of it is fibrosis, so just kind of scar tissue of that transferred fat. But people say up to 70 to 90% of the fat can survive.
Oh, wow.
My guess is that it's a fair amount less than that, and these other phenomena are occurring.
All right.
Okay, I have 2 questions for him.
All right.
Okay.
No
so,
more questions.
No more questions. This is important.
All right, go ahead.
What is going to happen to these women who, and you're talking to somebody who has breast implants, modest breast implants, but what's going to happen when they're a particular age? Is gravity just going to, pull their butt down quite a bit? Like what will happen? Or no more than any other big butt would come down, I guess. Right?
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Before I can answer that question, you're going to have to show us your breast implant.
Oh my God! You
wait
guys,
a minute.
you know what? You guys
Excuse
are
me.
related. I could never see the relation because you're very monotone and he's very
listen,
up and down, and you're smart and he's in radio.
He's asking from a medical standpoint because I did mention to him that. I said this a long time ago. You've got old silicone implants.
Yes.
Your implants are old.
Guess what? You're leading to my next question.
Well, because
so you were talking with him offline about this.
I mentioned we were talking about old implants. This is a while ago.
Talking about Roxanne's boobs with your brother?
Listen to me. This is serious. My brother brought that up to be serious because. Because you've got silicone implants that are over 20 years old.
No, but Drew, that was actually my next question. Is I have silicone implant I have implants that are saline.
Oh, you have saline.
Saline,
but they're old.
Lean.
Yes, they're a couple decades old. And so I'll talk to people that be like, oh my gosh, you got them done, that long ago. You need to get new ones. But then every doctor I've talked to, whether it's my OB or just, casual conversations, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I have, knock on wood, zero pain. They're just a part of me.
So what's your question?
Do I have to get them out and put new ones in? Do you have to refresh them? I don't feel like I do.
Yeah, so I, get this question all the time. And actually, there's a lot of misinformation out there. And by the way, I was just joking. I see breasts all day.
I know you do.
What are you doing, the dishes?
I was just joking.
However, breast implants, really, if you're not having a problem with them, you don't need to do anything with them. And you could just keep them forever. People would like to tell you to switch them out every so many years because they want to make more money. But
switch them out for a new model. Now, are you happy with the size, or would you want to get smaller or bigger?
I mean, I'm just going to stay with what I have because then if you go bigger, again, they're just going to sag more when you get older.
Yeah. I mean, part of that's true. Depends on the person and, whether they've had, multiple pregnancies and breastfed and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I did all that.
For scalar elasticity and whatnot. But nonetheless, you don't need to change breast implants unless they're a problem. They do recommend every 3 to 5 years that you get an MRI of those implants to make sure they're intact and not broken. If they're broken, then we recommend that they get replaced. There are multiple other factors to consider, but in general, you should just continue with regular breast exams, cancer screening, and MRIs periodically to check the implants themselves.
And there you go. Roxanne, all of your questions
Thank you.
answered.
All of them.
Hey, Drew, I got to run, but thank you, buddy.
I'll send you a picture of my boobs, but I'm not going to send them through Todd because I don't think that's appropriate.
As far as the Brazilian butt lift over time, it just stays there as either oil, fibrosis, or fat. And as people gain weight, their butt just gets bigger and saggier and heavier. Yeah. And if people lose weight, it gets smaller. But it definitely is going to be heavy and start to sag over time.
All right. Thank you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Send your invoice to Roxanne.
All right. Consultation. Yeah. No,
that was good information.
No, it came up. I'm telling you, the reason why he brought up your breast implants, we had a conversation not long ago, and it was somebody that we know that has very old silicone breast implants.
Right.
And that they probably needed to be replaced. And I said, you know what? I said, my co-host, Roxanne, she has, and I thought you had silicone, but you have saline.
I do have saline.
And I said, hers are like a couple of decades old. And, I wonder what's going on there. So yeah, you were part of a conversation. So that's why he.
Way to explain yourself on that one.
No, I'm serious. I'm not. I was only talking about your breast implants because you had told us how old your implants are.
Yes.
You told us you were concerned about your implants.
Yes, I did.
A year and a half ago. I think we were working together for like 2 days, and you said, "By the way, I have breast implants." I mean,
I told you that probably before I told you I wasn't actually married.
Why did you volunteer? Why did you feel like you had to tell me you had breast implants?
I'm sure it was related to a story
All right.
we were doing. It wasn't like just gratuitously volunteered. I'm sure we were talking about something like that.
All right. It is 8:02. Let me give you the Q105 Trip a Day song. I was very late with this on yesterday's program. I think I was 20 minutes late. Hey, did Ted say anything about that, Andrew?
Not to me.
All right, so Ted didn't call you into the office and say, hey, the Trip a Day song.
Well.
MJ was like 22 minutes late giving it out.
Well.
You can't let that happen there, Andrew.
Well.
Yeah, you gotta, gotta make sure he does. All right, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, on this Wednesday, the 2nd of November. The Trip a Day song to win a 3-day staycation at the Plantation on Crystal River Resort is Straight Up by Paula Abdul. That'll play sometime in the 3 a.m. hour. No, I'm kidding. That'll play sometime in the 5 o'clock hour today. So when you hear Straight Up Paula Abdul in the 5 o'clock hour today, be the 7th caller and you'll win the Q105 Trip a Day. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show and all of us here at Q105. I got to figure out what this lady was doing. There is video. I don't know if Channel 8 had this exclusively, but did you see the Ring doorbell footage of a grown woman stealing the candy from the front door of a house? Have you seen this video?
Yeah, 2 buckets.
2 buckets
and her
of candy.
boobs were hanging out when she was doing it, basically.
What was she dressed as?
Like a pirate or something? She looked like a Gasparilla.
Roxanne, do me a favor. Come over to this computer. Come over to Fester's computer and bring up the video. Usually,
why would she do this?
Yeah, usually Fester would be here to do this, but Fester's not. So just go to Google, type in WFLA, News Channel 8, and woman takes entire buckets of Halloween candy. And I saw the video last night. I'm like, what is going on here? A woman was caught on video taking the entire candy supply for the neighborhood kids. This is one of those deals where the house, they leave the bucket of candy outside, and sometimes either maybe they don't want to be disturbed or maybe they're out, they're not home, and they leave a bucket of candy for the kids to come up and just, not be a little... Don't be a little piggy. Just take, 1 or 2 pieces, and then, and a lot of times they'll leave a little note, please leave some for everyone. Just take a little bit of candy here. So this ridiculous woman, apparently some YouTube streamer by the name of Andy Signor, who does something called Popcorn Planet, told Channel 8 that he was out trick-or-treating with his family when he saw what happened on the doorbell's app. I caught it happening live. So I guess it's the... So I guess, with these...
You got a notification from his Ring that somebody has a door.
Right, with the Ring doorbell, if somebody is at the door, you can set up the app so it'll notify you that somebody is at your door, whether it's the UPS dude, whether it's the FedEx lady, whoever. DHL with some international delivery, whatever, post person. So he says, I caught it happening live. I was shocked. I expected some teens to be greedy, but I couldn't believe an adult woman would take it all. So the video showed this woman dressed in what they're calling like a barmaid's outfit, some kind of costume, and she empties both of the buckets of candy that they left at their front door because they were out. So this dude was out trick-or-treating with the family, and no one was going to be there, so they left the buckets of candy. And then this woman, there's a grown adult woman, she steals all of the candy from 2 buckets and dumps it into her bag.
You know what? I thought that at first, I was like, could that be a teenager? Not that it would justify it if it was a teenager, but that is a grown woman doing that.
This is it's unbelievable.
I mean, what was she doing it so she could give it away, or just to give to her kids, or just for herself?
First of all, what is the grown woman doing out by herself, trick-or-treating by herself?
Stealing.
And what's her outfit? Her trick or treat outfit? She's like a swashbuckler.
She looks like she's on a crew of a Gasparilla crew.
No, it looks like that she's in like a barmaid's outfit is what it looks like.
Maybe she doesn't need. Maybe that's her. Maybe she is a barmaid, or maybe she.
Here's we're watching the video. Look at this. I mean,
just for Oktoberfest.
It's a blonde woman.
There's no kids around either.
There's no kids. There's nothing, and she looks like she's in her mid-20s, maybe
you can't
early.
Tell because you can't see her face.
Yeah, I mean, what is she doing? This is unbelievable. Is there any audio on this thing? Yeah, you just hear some ambient noise. Here, listen. That's the candy she's stealing. So the family out trick-or-treating with their kids. They have these 2 orange buckets of candy on a little table on their front porch. And here comes the lady, almost like she's a wench on a Gasparilla float or something.
Yeah.
That's acceptable to say, right?
I think
so. The pirates' wenches, right?
Yeah, she's a wench.
Yeah, I mean, well, she really is for stealing the
really
candy
is.
here. All right, so
Listen how much that was.
that was the second one. Again, so you've got the camera captures the walk up, and she's got like a what do you call the top? There's like it's not the shoulder.
No, bustier. It doesn't have those puffy sleeves to it, but it's
she looks
off
ridiculous.
the shoulder.
I mean, what do you think? If you were to they blurred out her face. Now I don't know why. Why is Channel 8 blurring out her face? Show this woman. Shame her.
You know what's weird is you can't. I mean, I was like, well, what's to say she's not a teenager? But you can tell she's a woman because of her posture. She almost looks like she has mom posture. I do have that. And then she just walks like a woman rather than that's an adult. That is an adult.
But the woman is in good physical shape. I mean, her body's in good shape. I don't think she typically consumes this much candy because she's in good shape.
I wonder if she has like a thing against that family, or they have she's a neighbor and they fight. I don't know. Come on.
Hey, Channel 8, why did you blur her face?
Come on, Channel 8, get with it.
I mean, don't blur her face. We need to show this. We need to expose this woman. All right, so again, I just rolled the video back. She walks up. She's got, what is that? She's got
she got a huge bucket.
She's got an orange bucket. The family had a purple bucket and an orange bucket on the table, and she dumps cleans them out, takes all of the candy. So now any kids that go to their house, gone. No candy for the kids.
I wonder why he didn't pop on that ring doorbell. You could, if somebody comes to your door, you could go on and say, hello, how can I help you? Why didn't he go on and say, hey, bar wench, what are you doing?
Right. So this guy, Signor, he uploaded the video onto Twitter, and I guess it went viral. I saw it on Channel 8. But it doesn't say, I don't see where it says what neighbor, it happened in Tampa, but I don't see, what neighborhood, what street, where it happened.
Wow, she's a horrible person.
But this woman needs to be exposed.
Did you say that the person who did this is a YouTuber or an influencer? Did you say that?
The individual who's claiming it's a YouTube streamer by Andy Signor. So are you going to say was this a scam, or are you saying did he set this up to get a whole bunch of hits and get a bunch of notoriety?
Is this on Andy's YouTube right now? I'm just asking.
Are you suggesting, because I did think of this, but I thought that maybe Channel 8 would have vetted this.
Yeah.
But I did think so. Is there any chance that this is just a setup video to go viral? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, I mean, that's what people do. I'm not saying Andy did that.
But the woman's face is visible on the original, right?
Yeah, it would have to be.
All right, so that's the story. So again, listen, is this real video? Did it really happen? Or was this a staged video? I don't know anything about Andy Signor and the Popcorn Planet YouTube stream. I have no idea what the hell that is.
Maybe she has low blood sugar.
Looks like he's in the New Tampa area.
Why do you think that?
Because I looked up his address.
Oh, okay.
That might.
Oh, you stalker, you. That's Andrew, our stalker producer, by the way. So you think he's up in New Tampa?
I believe that area, yes.
I got you. You looked up, the property taxes? You went to the Hillsborough County property appraiser's office? Is that what you did?
Me? No.
Yeah, of course not. All right. Yesterday, I made a mention that I had someone send me an image of a receipt of a credit card slip, and we revealed to you that Lenard Fournette from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went to a local sushi bar and dropped a $1,000 tip on an $85 tab. Lenard Fournette, $1,000 tip on just an $85 tab. So this happened at a sushi bar up in Lutz, Wesley Chapel, called Zukusan Sushi. And I was contacted by one of the owners, and that's who sent me the image of the credit card slip that Lenard Fournette had signed and added a $1,000 tip for the server. And they sent me the image, and I wrote them back. And we mentioned this yesterday. Andrew, what time was this during the show? Grab mic 3 there, Fester's mic. Well, this was sort of later in the show that I mentioned this, right?
I believe so.
It was sort of like maybe 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do a follow-up on this because this is really a nice gesture. Lenard Fournette left a $1,000 tip on just a $85 tab at the sushi bar, Zukusan. And I was conversing after the show via email with one of the owners of this restaurant group that owns Zukusan, and he said, hey, would you like to talk to the server? I'm like, sure.
Whoa.
Let's talk to the server who got a $1,000 tip from Lenard Fournette from the Bucks. Let me get him on the phone, and I'll give you all the details. Hey, I even know what Lenard Fournette ordered. I have the rundown from the POS, so I know exactly what made up the $85. All right, let me try to get the guy's name is Tim. So I think Tim is expecting our call.
Tim must be good at his job.
All right, calling Tim.
Now you're going to be a sushi diva and put down the sushi he enjoys?
Oh, so Lenard Fournette?
Yeah.
No, they had a lot. I'll tell you what they have. See, I'm not. Hang on. Hello, is this Tim?
Hi, yes, this is him.
Hey, Tim, your last name is, I want to pronounce this properly, so I don't want to say it. Tim, how do you say your last name?
Macasset.
Macasset. So, yes. Tim, you're a server at Zukusan Sushi in Wesley Chapel.
Yep.
And Friday night, just this past Friday night, around 8 o'clock, Lenard Fournette comes in. I believe he had 2 other folks. I think it might have been a party of 3. And Lenard Fournette, they ordered, and I've got the rundown here. They had your wok fried hibachi noodles. They had an order of shrimp fried rice, an order of steak fried rice, chicken fried rice, and then they had 3 shrimp tempura rolls. Is that correct?
Yeah, for the most part. He had a lemonade too.
Oh yeah, so the lemonade, because I added everything up and it was like $79 or 70 something. So then you add the lemonade and then all the tax on. So the total tab was $85.71. And in the tip area, a typical tip on an $85 check, if you do a 20% tip, and let's just say you tip on the tax, the tip would have been what? $17, let's say, right? $17, $18.
No more than 18 if someone's feeling more generous.
Right. So $17, $18. Instead, Lenard Fournette from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers gives you a $1,000 tip.
Yeah, that's right. I was astonished when he showed me that.
And when I spoke to one of the partners that owns your restaurant last night, he told me that you had no idea that it was Lenard Fournette. You really didn't know who Lenard Fournette was. Now, other customers in the restaurant, apparently they saw him. They knew it was Lenard Fournette, and people were buzzing. But you didn't even know that it was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
I had no idea. I'm not too much of a football guy, so I had no clue.
That's great. All right, so when you saw that this customer left you a $1,000 tip, what went through your mind? How did you notice it? Was he already out of the restaurant once you noticed he left $1,000?
No, it was interesting because after I cashed him out, after I ran his card, gave him the check, said had a good night, he called me over afterwards, and I thought, oh, maybe something was wrong. So I went up to him, and he mentioned me. He showed me the tab that he wrote down himself, and he said, I just want you to make sure this isn't a mistake. This is all for you, okay? And my jaw dropped in front of him and his friends, and I just thanked him very aggressively.
Now, what did you do? Was there anything special service-wise? Why do you think that he left you $1,000 tip?
My mind was blown. I'm not too sure. I just treated him like I would anybody else that day. The most I could think of was at one point he spilled water on himself on accident, and I helped him clean it up. And
I'm glad he's better handling the football than a glass of water.
Yeah.
Fumbled the glass.
Fumbled the glass.
That's why you didn't know he was a football player.
So you helped him clean up the water.
Helped him up the water. Yeah. I refilled his lemonade, like any other table.
Yeah. And he leaves you $1,000 tip.
He's just a nice guy. Maybe.
That's fantastic. And what about the other people in the restaurant? When did you find out that was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Lenard Fournette? Who told you, even when he said to you, hey, this is all for you, you had no idea that it was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, right?
At that point, I had an idea because one of my other coworkers who's big on football, he mentioned, I think that's a football player at your table. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, cool, sweet. Maybe he'll tip me like $30, $40.
And you get $1,000 tip. So what happens with the tip money? Do you get to keep it all?
For the most part, yes. Some of it gets distributed for the other assistant staff in the restaurant. But I keep most of it, basically.
I think it's a great story. Fantastic. So what a nice gesture from Lenard Fournette at Zuku-san Sushi up in Wesley Chapel. $1,000 tip on an $85.71 check. And Lenard, I hope you enjoyed the shrimp fried rice, the steak fried rice, the chicken fried rice, the 3 tempura rolls, and the wok fried hibachi noodles. All sounds delicious, by the way.
Okay.
Tim, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, buddy.
Thanks,
have a great day.
Take care.
All right. Now we have a picture. The owner of the restaurant, one of the partners, sent me a nice, clean picture of the receipt. Now, Andrew of the credit card slip, and you can see Lenard Fournette's signature. It says Lenard Fournette underneath the signature line, $85.71. Then the tip has $1,000 written in for a total of $1,085.71. And Andrew, do we have the picture? Have you posted the picture yet, or is Roxanne? You're working on you're working on a story, or
it's up.
Oh, it's already up.
Yeah.
All right, so folks, if you go to mjmorningshow.com, it's one of the big featured items, right?
It is.
All right, so if you go to our website, go to mjmorningshow.com, you can see the story, and you might want to grab a couple of quotes and add it to the story as well.
That's some reporting right there. Absolutely.
You being a wise ass over there.
No.
Maybe he always tips like that, and that's why.
Maybe he's just spills water and spills stuff all the time. He's used to having to pay extra. It's like I tip extra when I take my kids out to eat because they're embarrassing when they spill things. So maybe that's the deal. But, some people on the text line are calling him Lenny. Does he go by Lenny?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, so if people are calling him Lenny.
Oh, I love Lenny.
Yeah, hey, Lenny, that's great. I mean, sounds like a nice guy. I've never met him. But if you go to mjmorningshow.com, you go to mjmorningshow.com, and it is the lead item right now on recent. So go to mjmorningshow.com, and you'll see recent. Just scroll down, and you'll see what appears to be a wooden little board with, it says Zuku-san, and the credit card slip is right there in the picture. So you can click on that. It says Tampa Bay Bucks Lenard Fournette leaves sushi server a $1,000 tip. And it happened Friday night at the Zuku-san Sushi up in Wesley Chapel.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm updating it right now with the water spillage.
Most athletes are jerks.
Hey, Andrew, I asked you to blur out the last 4 digits of his credit card number. Were you able to do that? Yes, no, maybe so? No?
No, I didn't handle that.
Say it again?
Probably.
I wasn't the one who posted it.
Oh, who posted it?
I did.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so I don't think it matters. I mean, because it's not the whole credit card number, but I was just trying to,
He's super safe.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a fantastic picture, and you see Lenard Fournette's signature and then the $1,000 tip. Maybe one more time.
This is a friendly reminder that
Hold on a sec. Wrong. Hang on a minute.
What was that?
I slipped my mouse. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
All right. One more time. I thought we'd maybe play the Lenard Fournette little song here.
Guess I should have known by the way he wore his hat sideways that he was badass. He's the type of player Tom Brady can rely on to run it or catch a pass. It leaves the defense numb when the party then he's lined up. Who else are you gonna choose? Oh, it was Super Bowl night. I guess that makes it alright, 'cause we know the defense is gonna lose. And honey, I said, Lenard Fournette, baby, you're much too fast. Oh, Lenard Fournette, gonna put the defense on the reins. A word like that ought to be in jail, 'cause it's on the verge of being obscene. Move over, baby. Give him the keys, let them try to tame that number 7 machine. Ow. Lenard Fournette, baby, you're much too fast. Yes, you are. Lenard Fournette, gonna put the defense on the race.
Maybe we need to do a modified version now for the $1,000 tip. What do you think?
Is able to bounce. What a move, a spin, and touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown, $1,000 tip at the sushi bar. Touchdown, Lenard Fournette, $1,000. Hey, the audio bite that I played accidentally. So I've got a soundboard here, and I've got this mouse, and I had the mouse on top of the Lenard Fournette song, but it slightly moved. So I accidentally played this soundbite here.
This is a friendly reminder that preheating your oven is a scam made up by the electric and gas companies. Okay, as soon as you turn this on, pop your food in. What are you waiting for? It's gonna cook while it heats up.
All right, come on. This is floating around, and now people are saying, yeah, preheating your oven is a scam. And people will follow this advice. This is a load of crap. There is a reason why you preheat an oven.
This is a friendly reminder that preheating your oven is a scam.
No, it's not a scam. The scam is your stupid viral video that people are going to be cooking something that's very temperature and heat specific and sensitive, and they're going to botch up their recipe because it's going to slowly heat instead of having the heat wave hit whatever you're cooking, like a cake or you name it. Now, are there certain things that you could, if you want to reheat a slice of pizza in the oven, can you probably just throw it in and then let it heat up and cook your pizza? Probably. But in a lot of cases, I would say in most cases, if you're following a recipe, if you're baking or cooking something, it is not a scam made up by the electric companies. So this stupid viral video that's circulating all over the place, I've had 10 people send me this thing. Hey, MJ, is this real?
This is a friendly reminder that preheating your oven is a scam made up by the electric and gas companies. Okay, as soon as you turn this on, pop your food in. What are you waiting for? It's gonna cook while it heats up.
There are certain things that would work for, but no. Like Michelle does baking. She makes cakes and she'll make cook. No, you want to follow a recipe, and there are things that you will cook that you need the oven to be at the appropriate temperature when you put it in, because that could change the characteristics of the cook, of the bake.
That cadence at which she's talking to us, that's like the standard voice for chastising someone on TikTok or trying to act like you're an expert or tell them something that they have to do and they've been doing wrong. And I just start to tune out when I hear people talking to me like that online.
Yeah, that's just
It works for Gino's Pizza Rolls. Because I just pop them right in. I don't have time to wait.
You just eat them frozen out of the freezer.
By the time it preheats, they're cooked.
Yeah, Andrew.
Is it the same logic as putting the temperature twice as high and you'll cook it in half the time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Burn the living crap out of whatever you're putting in the oven. Yeah, so, yeah, listen, don't fall for this. Don't fall for, oh, yeah, it's a big scam by the... So she's suggesting that the electric company, if you have an electric oven or if you have a gas oven, that the utility companies, they're like, what, did they, like, perpetrate this? Oh, yeah, preheating. Yeah, because you get to use all of that power prior to you actually using the oven to cook. Get out of here. All right, speaking of other rackets, have you heard the latest on TikTok?
What happened?
Well, you guys know I'm not a huge...
I know. It's a
I'm not a big TikTok fan here.
I saw you as a TikTok guy.
Stop it.
Chinese spy. What is
You're
it?
just goading me. You're just poking at me. You're just baiting me. All right, why don't you tell everybody? You know what? You're a master baiter. You're baiting me.
Oh,
okay,
am I?
You are a master at baiting me. All right, so tell everyone my position on TikTok, Roxanne.
Your position on TikTok is that it's run by the Chinese communists, and they're gathering data from all of us rube American citizens, and we're just logging on, and they're just taking all of our information, like recipes. And,
Are you mocking me?
That's
and
it.
all of our
Are you mocking me?
passwords that protect our nude photos and everything.
Oh, your
Yes,
nude
and
photos?
No, I'm getting in the head of the Chinese communists.
You don't take me seriously, do you?
I'm doing. This is a PSA. I'm
Okay.
regurgitating everything you've said. These exact words.
I have told my kids to get TikTok off their phones, knock it off with the TikTok, because the Chinese company that owns TikTok, this ByteDance, the Chinese Communist government has full access. If you do business in China, that's part of the deal. They're not free over there. They don't have free press. They don't have freedom of speech.
Didn't she just like take one of his parliament people, just ripped him right out of parliament or something? What happened with that?
The old Chinese leader,
That's right.
Hu Jintao.
Right.
He was sitting there, and something happened, and they like removed him from a recent Communist Party meeting. They removed him, and I don't think anyone's heard from him since. Something happened.
Oh no!
And like Xi Jinping, the current Chinese dictator, he just got like a third term. Essentially, he's in for life.
Yes,
right?
he air quotes won that election.
Right. So, folks, TikTok is owned by a Chinese company. The Chinese Communist government has full access to all the data. We have heard that they are tracking Americans. American intelligence and, Forbes magazine, Forbes, just did a story like a week ago about the Chinese through TikTok tracking Americans through the app and location access. And now we have an FCC warning. So listen, you don't listen to me, but TikTok, and you're saying, well, how can me watching stupid videos of someone jumping through a tool shed roof? How could this be? Because they are gathering all kinds of data on us. The Chinese are spying on us. They're finding location data. They're also able to understand what we watch. They're able to also make suggestions. So technically, they could be shaping your brain with the different feeds.
Well, I'm more worried about that.
Taking you down rabbit holes into more specific videos.
I'm more worried about the garbage in. What the stupid videos that are making us dumber and less productive.
Now listen to this. This came out yesterday. According to Brendan Carr, one of the 5 commissioners at the Federal Communications Commission, and of course, this is WRBQ-FM, Tampa.
Yes.
And we are a FCC licensed radio station. So one of the 5 commissioners at the FCC, he put out a big warning here. So one of the 5 commissioners of the commission says that the Council on Foreign Investment in the United States should take action to ban TikTok. This is the strongest language that Carr at the FCC has ever used to date to urge action on TikTok. With more than 200 million downloads in the U.S. alone, meaning the app has been downloaded 200. We have a population of 330 million in the U.S., and there are 200 million downloads in this country of TikTok alone. The app is becoming a major piece of information infrastructure in the U.S., making its ownership by a Chinese parent company a target of growing national security concern. And the FCC, folks, keep in mind, the FCC has no authority to regulate TikTok directly, but Congress previously acted after Carr voiced serious concerns about another Chinese company, and these Chinese telecom companies, including Huawei, for instance. Now, TikTok is currently in negotiations with the Council on Foreign Investment to determine if it could be divested by its Chinese parent company, ByteDance, to an American company in order to stay operational in the U.S. But listen, if they still have access, if the Chinese Communist government still has access to all of the TikTok data, well, that's a problem. Carr says, I don't believe there's a path forward for anything other than a ban. There simply isn't a world in which you could come up with sufficient protection of the data that you could have sufficient confidence that it's not finding its way back into the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. That is a Federal Communications Commission that is a member of the commission, of the FCC. Folks, I'm telling you, TikTok is a Chinese communist spy operation, and we are just handing them all kinds of data. It's like the story of Troy, ancient Troy. It's like the stories of the Greek story of the Trojan horse. Oh wow, look outside the gates. There's this big giant wooden Trojan horse. This lovely horse, and they let the horse in.
Let it in.
Let the horse in, and
it's just a giant wooden horse.
And what happened? You had all of the soldiers hidden inside of the Trojan horse, and they came out and they were able to take over Troy.
Yeah.
So that's
years from now, it's going to be TikTok.
Look, I'm telling you, folks, get rid of TikTok. I don't have it. Fester started an MJ Morning Show TikTok, and I say, get that off.
If anything, it gives users those kind of, some users, you do too many of the dances and you end up being all twitchy and stuff.
Yeah, I think some folks want to weigh in on this because the phones are ringing.
Well, there's some people who are making money, like Shorty Shane makes money from TikTok.
I know.
A lot of people do. They're just going to take it away.
Well, listen, we just need an American alternative. I know that Facebook was trying, with the Instagram Reels, for instance. They're trying to do what TikTok does. And, TikTok has also kind of screwed Zuckerberg. Facebook's stock has tanked, and Zuckerberg he's lost like 100. Did he lose?
Don't remind me.
Did he lose like $100 billion or something?
Yes, I think lost a lot.
Zuckerberg is down like $100 billion. All right, if you want to weigh in, if you want to comment on this whole TikTok thing, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is how you get in on the MJ Morning Show. All right, let's go to phones. This is Kim in Clearwater. Kim, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Ken, K-E-N. Hey, Ken.
Hey, thanks. Hey, I was calling because my son just got a settlement in the mail for like $30, but it's because all his privacy, all that data and everything was somehow pilfered from his account. I guess they have some way of pulling your information off like your banking apps and all that other stuff when they're using TikTok on your phone. So he just got a small settlement from this lawsuit against TikTok. So.
Yeah, and that's one of the, I'm not familiar with that, but I'm going to look it up. Thank you. But that's one of the concerns is that if you have the TikTok app, that can the Chinese commies, can they drill into your phone, grab data, steal information? We know that they were tracking certain Americans. The feds and Forbes, they didn't tell us which Americans they were trying to track. But I'm telling you, this is like a Trojan horse. We're allowing the Chinese Communist government onto our phones, our iPhones, our Androids, whatever. Get
I won't have it.
Get rid of the TikTok, man. I'm telling you. All right. Hey, Ken, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Let me grab Jeff is in Lakeland. Let me grab line 2. Line 2? Put Jeff on hold. Or you want me to take Michael first? All right, let me grab Jeff. Jeff's in Lakeland. Hey, Jeff, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Morning. Go ahead.
Hey, I was just wondering if you have a lot of contacts, if you knew anybody from 60 Minutes. I think it'd be cool if 60 Minutes did a show on the whole TikTok thing to make people.
I don't think I need to call them up and let them know. I mean, they're seeing the same.
Tip.
Yeah, they're seeing the they're seeing the same news that we are, and I'm sure the fact that this FCC commissioner is outspoken in just the last day of we need a total ban on TikTok in the United States. I'm guessing 60 Minutes has seen that, but listen, I think that's a good idea. A story like this is ripe for like a 60 Minutes expose. Totally.
I'll call Anderson Cooper during the break.
I mean, you guys are the only ones I ever hear talk about it, though. I really don't even see it in the news. I mean,
it's unbelievable. It's the ultimate Trojan horse story that everyone, TikTok this, TikTok that. You look at news sources, you go to newspapers, you go to some of the tabloids, just a lot of the stuff online, it's TikTok video this, and a TikTok video and this and that. And it's like, my God, I mean, it's the Chinese Communist government. They've got like a complete open door to American society with the number of Americans that have TikTok on their phones. So I think it's my duty as a patriotic Constitution and country first guy to. What are you laughing at?
It is your duty.
You sound like Rush Limbaugh right now, brother.
Hold on, but this is not political. This is not political. This is like national security with TikTok. It has nothing to do with politics, Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, nothing to do with that. This is just America, and my concern that we are just the Chinese Communist government. They are building up their military unbelievably. They are threatening to take back Taiwan, which you want to talk about a chip shortage, because you got the largest chip manufacturer in the world, TSMC, is on the island of Taiwan. And you want to talk about a disruption in the world economy if the Chinese invade Taiwan? My God. Listen, I'm an American, and I care about this country. And the Chinese Communist government, they are eyeing world domination. And it's little things like TikTok that's going to assist in that. Believe it or not. Hey, thanks for the call. Look at the phones here. Phones have just blown up. Let me grab Michael in Palm Harbor. Michael, you're on the MJ Morning Show TikTok phones. Hello.
Hey, one thing you didn't mention is that TikTok can track your keystrokes. So they have access to passwords, credit card numbers, and that sort of thing. They claim they don't do that, but of course, you can't trust that.
Oh, you can't trust the Chinese Communist government. If anyone is doing business in China, the Communist government, that's the way they operate. If you have a business in China, the Chinese Communist Party has to have full access to everything. Chinese military, Chinese intelligence. And I'm not being xenophobic. I'm being pro-American and concerned for national security. But that's a great point, Michael, that they essentially can have access to almost anything on your phone potentially.
Yeah, because if they can track your keystrokes, that's literally everything. So if you open an app within TikTok, they can track passwords that you enter, credit card numbers that you enter, everything.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate the call. Let's grab Marco, Apollo Beach. Marco, MJ Morning Show. You're on. Hello.
Good morning, guys. Just wanted to make a few observations or comments on this. It is not just TikTok. Folks, every social media that we have in here in the United States have what is called algorithms. And let me tell you this. You like pizza, and all of a sudden you have a 10,000 pizza freaking ads, and they're collecting your data. Our own government is doing that.
Oh, yeah, listen, but let me tell you now, let's say I'm on Instagram, or I'm on Facebook app, or I'm on Twitter. I feel better, though, that Facebook is an American company out of Silicon Valley. or that Twitter is, in San Francisco. Whatever. I feel better that those are American companies versus TikTok being a Chinese company that the communist government has access to.
True, and it happened with Twitter. Twitter is an American company owned by Johannesburg. Oh man, this is just we have done a self-inflicted wound to ourselves.
Well, listen, also, I think the Saudis have a position in,
they absolutely
in
do.
Twitter.
I was going to say that.
So
yeah.
the Saudis have it, but still, the data, the company is based in the United States. So, for me, that's much better than the Chinese-owned TikTok.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
No, indeed. Well, that was my comment.
Hey, listen, and Marco, a great comment, buddy. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, let me grab two more. I don't want to get too late here. Sarah is in Clearwater. Sarah, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hi, good morning. I was listening to it, and I was wondering if VPNs are supposed to protect you from all external, Wookiee things going on out there. Do they protect you from TikTok and anybody getting your information?
Well, a VPN will keep your IP private and secret if you want to hide behind a VPN, which is a good idea for many things, traveling internationally or whatever. But still, you're feeding them potential data. They're still going to have, if you have the app on your phone, they still should have access to whatever you're doing and location information. I don't know if you're on a VPN, I don't know if that protects it, but that's a good thing to look into. All right, last call on this, then we're going to move on. Shane is in Seminole. Shane, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hi, good morning, MJ. I'd like to say I TikTok on my phone, and ever since I got rid of it, it seems to keep wanting to have me come back, but it keeps giving me all these Chinese stores and Wish commercials now that it won't go away.
Oh yeah. All right, listen, good luck with that. Thanks. You might have to burn your phone.
Tempting.
All right, thanks for the call. Hey, but we've talked about this. You're having a conversation with somebody, and the next thing you know, some ad pops up in a Google search of you're let's say I'm talking about jet-powered barbecue grillers. And then the next thing I know, I'm getting ads or things are popping up in my feed.
Okay, that happens all the time.
I'm talking about purple kitchen mixers. And the next
yes.
thing you know, I got an ad for a purple kitchen mixer.
I feel like there's stuff that I'm worried about, products I might need to buy, and I haven't even said it out loud, and they start to send them to me. And you know what? I think that they have some technology in some of these that they can read your thoughts. Because I've been having experiences. I'm not kidding.
Wait a minute.
I'm not kidding.
You think you think you could just think something and the phone is able to read your mind?
There's a friend, and I'm like, just the other day I was like, I haven't seen posts from so and so. I wonder if that person's posted, and then all of a sudden, a post comes up. I think they're one step away from reading our thoughts, and my phone may be the latest version. Maybe they're experimenting on me specifically.
That's all right. Hey, quick break. We're back in a second. When we get back, you sent me the story on tap water, didn't you?
Yeah.
Does that make you go, ooh?
It really does.
Latest on Gisele, and listen, I called this. And then, Matthew Perry, did you hear about his wang?
Oh, no. What happened to it?
I think I saw a headline and
Matthew Perry from Friends is wang. Man, he's revealing everything with this new memoir, which is coming out. All right, hold on. All of that next. How the hell do you tune out of that? You can't. It's impossible. All right, MJ Morning Show back in minutes here on Q105. Stand by. Now. Fester, as you heard earlier, Fester was keeping it all cagey and quiet and was just being very, almost like deceptively coy on why he wasn't going to be here today, tomorrow, Friday, and Monday. And we finally got it out of him. He was at the Miami airport this morning. He's going on some sales trip for General RV because that's his real job. This is his part-time job now. Yeah, Fester.
Yeah.
His real job is selling RVs at General RV, and I guess he won some kind of sales contest, and a whole group's going to Mexico, where he's going to be, I think, kidnapped by a Mexican drug cartel.
Is it me, or does it sound like going to Mexico with a bunch of salesmen for a week? It sounds horrendous.
Sounds exciting.
I hope he comes back with avocados.
We got a lot to avocados from Mexico.
Uh-huh.
God. Stuffed with cocaine.
Avocados from Mexico.
From the
Avocados
cartel.
from Mexico.
El Chapo.
Avocados with cocaine.
Yes.
Avocados from Mexico.
Oh, wait a sec. Avocados with fentanyl.
Fill the avocados with
Avocados with fentanyl. There we go. All right. So before I get into, I got Gisele, I got Matthew Perry's mail unit we got to talk about. There's a lot of stuff here. I want to answer just one thing I got via email just a little while ago. And folks, you can contact me anytime. My private email here is mj@mjmorningshow.com. So if you want to send me an email, private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. And I just got an email, and I'm just going to paraphrase it. A listener wants to know why they're hearing Ron DeSantis for governor commercials on Q105 and not Charlie Crist for governor. And, of course, DeSantis, the incumbent Republican. Charlie Crist is the Democratic challenger. Hey, we have nothing to do with that. Whoever buys commercials buys commercials. So the DeSantis crew, they bought commercials here on Q105. I have not heard, Andrew, have you heard of Charlie Crist commercials? I have not heard them. So that means that the Charlie Crist campaign did not buy commercials.
That's it. We don't do politics on this show.
No.
I pretty much stay away from politics on this show.
Damn right.
But we do run commercials. If politicians want to buy commercials, it is wide open to anybody. We have to take all political advertising, and whoever wants to spend money, spends money. So it doesn't matter. There's no favoritism here. We will take whatever money you want to spend on this radio station. Whether it's Charlie Crist, whether it's Ron DeSantis, whether it's Marco Rubio, Val Demings, whatever. We'll take anyone's money and run commercials. So that was from Stacy. Stacy, thanks for the email. I appreciate it. Hopefully that answers your question. Matthew Perry, let's do this first.
He is in the news every day with his book.
He is selling books.
Dude,
one of our
hold on a second. Froggy, you are radiating, man. It's
his new cologne.
Is it radiating with positivity?
Dude, you are. What is the name of that new cologne, Roxanne? Any ideas?
It is
Must.
I think it's by it's a new Sean Combs.
It's by Snoop.
Puff Daddy.
I think it's called Ganja.
It's called Gotch.
Dude, I don't know where you just came from, man. But
I didn't even leave. I was in the studio.
Dude, it is.
Some of the people in this building. I mean,
I
Froggy
tell
just
ya.
walked by someone
It's
and
not even
jumped out
me.
his clothes.
Do you have a stronger variety?
It's not even
is
me.
It a stronger strain? What is good? I mean, all of a sudden, like the last 2 days, it's like, oh my God. It's
You
like
you need to.
Dude, it is so overwhelming. I'm gagging over here.
What it is I've taken two cigars during that last break. So I was just smoking a very cheap cigar, and I smell like it.
Dude, I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh, Matthew Perry's Wang.
Yeah, please.
All right, let's
talk about his Weinstein Wang.
I'll tell you what. Well, no, we don't know if he has a Weinstein Wang.
Wangstein.
No.
Yeah, that's what they call it when you have a mutilated wang.
Harvey Wangstein?
Wangstein.
Matthew Perry, man, he apparently is revealing a lot of stuff in this new memoir called Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing.
I don't understand the title.
I think you have to read. I think it's trying to entice you to read about like Friends, the TV show, Lovers, like his love life, and then The Big Terrible Thing. You have to read the book to see what the Big Terrible Thing was.
He talks about it all, apparently.
Yeah.
So in the book, apparently, Matthew Perry for years thought that his penis didn't work.
What?
Roxanne, can you repeat that at a higher volume?
What you just said?
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
I will.
That
Penis. Is that high?
In the brand new Matthew Perry book. Yeah, that's high. That's very high. All right. So in the brand new book, the brand new memoir, he says that for years he thought that his penis didn't work until Carrie Fisher's half-sister, Trisha Fisher, changed his mind.
What?
In the memoir, he describes how he tried to have sex as a teenager but couldn't perform as he drank 6 beers beforehand.
Oh, you got whiskey ween.
And instead of making the correlation between the alcohol and his private parts, he considered himself impotent.
When he was a teenager?
Well, I want to know what happened with all of his drug abuse when he was popping 55. I mean, I got to be honest. I'm sure if he was popping, and he claims this, that he was taking up to 55 Vicodin a day, I got to believe that was not working very well.
No, I believe he was getting his highs from pills and stuff like that, chemicals rather than sex.
Started abusing alcohol as a teenager. He wrote, I was walking around the planet thinking sex was something for other people for a long time. Sex sounded awfully fun, but it wasn't in my arsenal.
Okay. Sounds like he needed something in another chapter for his book.
So if this was when he was a teenager, he was abusing alcohol. So as a teenager, as a young male, he was drinking so much that his was not working. So his was more like, jeez.
I just didn't have sex as a teenager because I was ugly.
You know, I can see a lyric change here.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Hang on a second.
Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way.
There. Okay, I got it. I got the lyric. I've got the. All right, hold a minute. I got the lyric. Here, all right, here we go. All right, I'm redoing the Friends lyric from Matthew Perry.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke.
My wang is DOA.
It's like you're always stuck in second.
Or your job's a
What do you
joke,
think?
your wiener's broke.
I think that's it. My wang is DOA.
Oh, wait, go back. I got it.
You got it? All right. And 3, 2, 1.
All right, go. No. Back further.
What?
Go back further.
I got to start the whole song.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
All right, here we go.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Your job's a joke, your wiener's broke, your DOA. I almost said the D word. Oh my God. I stopped myself. Your job's a joke, your wiener's broke, your junk is DOA.
Oh, your junk. You want to try it one more time?
Yeah, one more time. Let's go.
All right, here we go. All right. I got to move on. So hurry up. All right, here we go.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Your job's a joke, your junk is broke, your wiener is DOA. That's pretty good.
Roxanne, you want to try one?
Roxanne,
the
it's
second
tough.
gear comes naturally.
You've got you got a broken wiener lyric. You
No,
want
I
to
don't.
drop it in here?
I'm going to save mine.
It's surprised that he's not DOA after.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, not only would you overdose from the pills, but you would think stomach ulcers from that many pills a day.
Hey, do we still have on the soundboard, or did you take it off, where he was talking about ripping off pills from open houses? I mean, that is a tremendous.
I used to go to open houses and rip off pills.
He just said, I think, wasn't there something about him doing The Longest Yard movie, and he wanted to get drunk with Bruce Willis, so he took 100 pills a day?
I didn't see that.
I don't think that movie was called The Longest Yard.
But if you could play it from there, Andrew, just let me know when you're ready to go. But this, to me, is just unbelievable that Matthew Perry, in the memoir, talks about he was such a junkie for pills that he would go to open houses. On a Sunday, he would drive through L.A., go to open real estate houses for sale. And, well, here it is. Listen.
I guess the weirdest thing I did was on Sundays, I would go to open houses and go to the bathrooms in the open house and see what pills they had in there and steal them. And I think they thought, well, there's no way that Chandler came in and stole from us.
Ross would do it, but not Chandler.
One of our texters, Trisha from Largo, is listening to his book. It's on audio, and he narrates it.
Yeah.
And she said it's hard to get used to listening to him talking like that because he slurs a lot. But
Yeah, he sounds like Jake Paul punched him in the face.
But she said it's a really good book and he's very endearing.
Well, he's certainly giving us a lot of detail.
Chapter 2, Broken Wiener.
What's the texter listener's name?
Trisha.
Hey, Trisha, did you get to the part yet where his wang is DOA?
His gear is always stuck in second gear.
Are you at that part yet where his wang is DOA?
Poor Wang. You're working with Jennifer Aniston every day and your Wang doesn't work. Oh, pity.
Especially with that Jennifer Aniston haircut, you know? All right, Roxanne, you sent me this. And I always love it when the crew sends me something that I haven't seen.
That you haven't seen.
I strive for that. That makes my day when one of the crew members sends me a story that I have not seen.
Because that gives him a chance to say, I saw this before.
I'm saying it's totally opposite that I didn't see this. So, Roxanne, thanks for bringing this grotesque fact to the table.
Yeah, it's one of those things like if you smell rotten milk and then you want everyone else to sniff in the carton, you have to sniff it too. You have to read this too.
Is this milk bad? Here, smell this bad milk. It just, turned my nose rancid. All right. So Roxanne sends me the story about every glass of tap water that you drink has been consumed by up to 10 people before you.
Yeah. So that means if it's been, it's more than that.
No, it's
filtration.
A drink and a pee, a drink and a pee, a drink and a pee.
I don't feel good.
I know.
Your drinking
Disgusting.
water, listen to this. Your drinking water is continuously recycled through one of two cycles. The urban water cycle transports water to your home, which you urinate out, that then flows back to the plant where it's purified and returned to your home. The natural water cycle is when your wastewater is released into a river or stream that flows into an ocean where the water evaporates to form clouds. The clouds cool, the water falls as rain. That either makes its way to a cycling facility or seeps into groundwater supplies. And you know what else? You know what else I remember from a little kid? Do you know that there is no more and no less water on this planet than from the very beginning of time? Other than,
are you drunk? Of course there is. Water goes away; it evaporates, doesn't it?
But where does it go?
Into the ground.
Into the ground and then into the sky.
What did I just say? There is no more or no less water on the planet than from the very beginning. With the exception of what?
Oh, I know. Humans, because there's so many of us and we're made of a lot of water.
No, because if your body is made of water, it's still on the planet.
Yeah.
If your body's made of water and you die, your body decomposes.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Come on, guys.
This is too confusing.
All right, say it again. Say it again.
There is. All right, you know what? I might have to go to phones on this, folks. Can you answer this question?
Is a riddle.
Is this a dumb riddle?
It is not a dumb riddle. All right, so answer this question. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. There is no more and no less water on the planet than from the beginning, except for this, and it's very small. So bottom line is, we have the same amount of water on this planet that's been here for billions of years, except for this. What is the answer? It's not a trick question.
It sure sounds like
it's
one.
Not a trick question.
The saline and boobs.
All right.
Breast implants.
No, because it's still in your body on the earth. It's still on the planet. All right. 800-990-1047. Let me turn this thing.
I'm still thinking.
It's driving me crazy. The $20,000 pyramid ticker. All right, so 800-990-1047.
I feel like when we hear the answer to this, we're going to realize that you posed the question completely incorrectly.
No, there is no less or more water on the planet since creation except for this. So this would be
adding to.
No, less.
Less. This is taking away.
Yes, this would be less. All right, hang on. Let me go to phones. Listen, every line is jammed.
I hate this question.
And why?
It's making me angrier the more I try to think about it.
You're angry?
I don't understand. Your question is stupid. It doesn't make sense.
All right, let's go to Bobby. Bobby could have the answer right off the bat.
Bobby.
Bobby's in Tampa. Bobby, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
All right, Bobby, what's the answer?
I think it's the stuff we launched to the moon, the astronauts, any water they had in their bodies that they took out, or
That's
any
good.
humidity that was with the satellites that we've launched into space. Anything we've launched off the planet is where any less water would go.
That is correct.
Wow, that's what everyone's guessing.
Wait, first caller. Yeah, the only water that we're missing from planet Earth is any water that's been taken to space.
Why would you take water to space?
Because if you're in the International
Your body
Space
is made
Station,
up of all water.
Bobby, what do you know? I'm asking MJ.
You got to drink water, and then they like.
But it's in your body, and then the astronauts come back and they pee
exactly.
it out.
No, yeah.
Listen,
just because they ate the dehydrated ice cream doesn't mean they're not going to get more water. And
any water that has been jettisoned into space or left in space, or any debris, any junk.
What are they peeing out the side of the spaceship?
Listen, listen, have they brought all urine back from all the space
I would
programs?
assume so.
All right, well, that's a question, but also any moisture, any type of condensation, just as the caller just said, that the only water that is missing off the planet is any water that has gone into space. Other than that,
here's
yes,
a question.
Yes.
Says who?
Oh, jeez. All right.
Michio Kaku?
Hey, Bobby, thanks for the call.
I mean, what is
who's
this?
calculating this?
Hey, Bobby, thanks for listening. I appreciate it.
Are you Neil deGrasse Tyson?
All the lines dropped off, so everyone must have had the same. Oh, there's one Klingon. Hang on, we got a Klingon here. Let me grab. Douglas is in Tampa. Hey, Doug, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, it's fresh water because we have less fresh water now than we did billions of years ago.
No, but
good point.
the water, we still have the same amount of water on the planet, except for anything that's been taken to space, though.
Correct, but there's less fresh now than there was billions of years ago.
Yeah, but it wasn't. We weren't delineating between
Fresh and soiled.
between salinity or
And bacteria
yeah,
ridden.
you say. But listen, it's a nice little fun fact. I appreciate it. All right, one more. Marvin is in Dunedin. Marvin, MJ Morning Show. You're on. Hi.
Hey, have we had water brought here through meteorites?
I think there has been. I don't know if there's water content in those, but that's a good point. But
have we had water brought here from aliens?
Oh, that's true. Have aliens peed on the planet?
I will pee on your planet now.
Exactly. I had read this years ago because we talked about it in. This is something we talked about like in a physics class, I think when I was in Ithaca. And so I remember this from college, and I think it might have been in one of our books, but it did not discuss meteorites, whether there was any water content in meteorites. But you've given me food for thought to actually investigate that. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Marv, have a good day, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, moving along. Gisele, back to the original thing. Is that every glass
You said fun fact.
What?
You said fun fact.
I did.
Oh, my gosh.
Every glass of tap water that you drink has been consumed by up to 10 other people before you.
That is horrific.
Yeah, it really is.
Yum, yum, yum.
And why are we not all dead? Because isn't that, you can't drink urine once it's passed through you more than once if you're stranded on a desert. You're on a deserted island. I read that fun fact.
That's why you have to have a life straw.
Where are you getting this?
Roxanne, dropping this fun fact.
Water is purified and it's totally clean. Plus, you got the chlorine in there and all that stuff. On to Gisele Bundchen. After her quick divorce to Tom Brady, and they are divorced, they're all big D'd up good. The word is that Gisele is just living the single life in Miami. Has she dumped the kids?
Well, I mean, he had the kids. It seems like for a couple of days at
Yeah.
least, because whatever day he was spotted in Hyde Park, then
the kids have to go to school.
Yeah, maybe they get homeschooled.
You got Vivian. Is it Vivian? Viv. The daughter's like 9.
That's what nannies are
the
for.
son Benjamin is like what, 12?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm sure they have a school and
But the word is that Giselle's being spotted down in Miami. This is from Page 6, reporting that Bundchen snapped up an adorable cottage in Surfside months before rumblings of trouble before the couple announced the divorce. 42-year-old mother of 2 bought the 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house back on February 28th, about 2 weeks before her famous husband decided to unretire. So it sounds like Gisele was laying the groundwork for this back in February. Surfside is also where Ivanka and Jared Kushner have an apartment. Oh, also Surfside, guess what? What is Surfside notorious for?
Oh, for the collapse.
Yeah, that horrific building collapse. And I saw over the weekend, I was down in Fort Lauderdale last weekend because my dad had his 80th birthday, so we flew over to celebrate. And all over the news was the condemnation of another building near Surfside in Miami. They evacuated another condo building that they said was structurally unsound, and they were concerned that could collapse, like hundreds of people. Just, hey, gotta leave. Bye-bye. But that's the area. So Gisele has this new place down there, and she's being seen, South Beach, running around South Florida, running around Miami.
Good for her.
And what did I say regarding Gisele in the Tampa Bay area?
She never liked it.
I don't think so.
I'm more of a Miami girl.
Well, listen,
She's international.
She is. She's international. She's a Brazilian supermodel. And I'm sorry, but, Pinellas Park doesn't quite do it for her. All right?
I'm tired of Hyde Park.
I like the international scene, like Kenneth City, and
why wouldn't
she? And
I want the Coconut Grove,
Apollo Beach,
Apollo Beach, Coral Gables.
Yes, Plant City is really where the action is. All right, listen, I love the Tampa Bay area. I love all aspects of the Tampa Bay area. And listen, I've been around. I was born in New York City. I lived in New York until I was 11.
That sounds terrible.
Then moved to Virginia Beach. And then as an adult, I went to college back in New York State. And then as an adult, I worked in New York City twice.
Ugh.
And I lived in Los Angeles. I lived right in the middle of Hollywood for 2 years.
Oh, L.A. sounds terrible.
And then I came to Florida, West Palm Beach first, then the Tampa Bay area. So I love the Tampa Bay area. But I'm telling you right now that Gisele probably thought that this was a 2-bit hick town. I'm telling you.
Buccaneers, Thomas? Really? The Tampa Bay areas? No. I can't do it.
With Gisele money, you can have a lot of fun in Miami.
The G's not want to go to Tampa. The G's want to go to Miami.
So when you hear that she is parked out in Miami right now, she couldn't get out of Tampa. I'm just being honest here.
She's living la vida loca.
She couldn't get out of the Tampa Bay area fast enough.
Whatever, Gisele. Have fun.
Some people, you hypothesize, okay, boy, Tom he lost a good one. How's he going to replace a Gisele? Who's
I think
as
he'll
good
be
as
all
her?
right.
Or, no, or Gisele. Oh, how are you going to replace Tom Brady, Super Bowl quarterback, blah, 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 MVP a million times. But, when you get that kind of couple, they're going to go in completely different directions from who they were with.
You realize that that's the big guess. Like,
I know.
Gisele, who is she going to be dating next? What guy is going to hook up with Gisele? And then conversely, well, this is what everyone is wanting to know. Tom Brady, who is Tom Brady going to start dating at some point? How much time is he going to take off? Or how quiet is it going to be kept before it starts to leak that Tom Brady is dating
Rachel Dratch, like the rumor. I told you. He's going to go for the hotties. He's going to date some model again? What are you talking about? What do you think he's going to date a real tour?
Some 6-foot-tall supermodel with a long torso and legs up to their teeth and
probably in her early 20s.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to go because they're close to the same age. She's 42, he's 45.
Who's that? Emily Ratajkowski.
Emily Ratatouille.
Emily Ratajkowski.
Isn't she available?
She's dating somebody. She's taken right now.
Oh, she is.
She's going to date somebody like Bella Hadid. Or something like that.
Until Tom Brady moves on in. So listen, it's going to be Tom Brady and Gisele date watch to see who they're actually going to hook up with.
Good for them.
Hey, folks, don't forget, Powerball is going to be at least $1.2 billion today. $1.2 billion. After there was no winner on the Halloween drawing, that was $1 billion, so now we're at $1.2 billion. Probably by showtime, I'm guessing that the number will be a little above $1.2 billion because there's going to be a massive rush to buy these tickets. I'm being honest here. I'll let you guys pick. Should I find the seediest cheese? I'm going to give you the options here. Should I get my lottery tickets on the way home at the Winn-Dixie on 4th Street, the Publix on MLK and Roosevelt, or should I find one of the seediest, most dilapidated one-off convenience stores on 4th Street here in St. Pete? Where should I?
I say save your money.
Where should I go buy my tickets?
4th Street.
And what are you doing, a chant over there, Roxanne?
What are you starting, a cheer?
Yeah, got a cheer going. All right, so Froggy, you're saying I should save my money?
I just don't see the point in wasting money like that.
You know, it really is. When it comes down to it, I might as well just take a match and burn the $20 bill instead of even turning it over for these, pink and white tickets.
And the time you're taking to go do it, it's 10 minutes.
That's not going to take that long. The time's not. But listen, you got to be in it to win it. Yes. Are the odds astronomical? Yes. Now, what did I say earlier in the program? Let's see if you remember what I said.
About what? You said about 1,000 million things.
Regarding Powerball. Earlier in the show, I said I was going to give you a
ticket.
No. I said earlier, guys, can you pay attention?
A tip.
I said earlier in the show that I was going to give you a visualization on how tough the odds were.
Oh, I thought you were going to say visualization on how to win.
No, I earlier in the show, I said I was going to give you a visualization of how remote the odds are of winning. Now, the odds of winning Powerball are 1 in 292,300,000 and something. I can't remember what the hundreds were, but it's 1 in 292,300,000 of winning.
Okay.
So the visualization is, imagine grabbing, let's say, 292 million ping pong balls.
Okay.
That's a lot of ping pong balls. Now, if you had 292 million, what type? I'm sure someone can do the math on this. You know what? Can somebody do the math and then email me? If you know the size of a ping pong ball and the volume that a ping pong ball takes up, what size area would you need to hold 292,300,000 ping pong balls? The point I'm trying to make is, imagine that you have 292,300,000 ping pong balls. Those are the odds of winning Powerball. 1 in 200. And out of all those ping pong balls, you've got one ball that has a little dot on it. And you got to just close your eyes, jump into the pit, and just reach down and pick that one ball out of 292 million balls.
It could happen on the first try.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right, so let's say, you get 10 tickets. You buy 100 tickets. All right. It is a drop in the bucket. It's like taking an eyedropper and taking a little bit of water out of the ocean.
Even if you bought 1 million tickets.
Even if you bought 1 million tickets. Exactly. You're still going to lose.
And you're still going to go buy some.
I mean, you might have a couple of, $3 winners, but,
See, there you go. I've never, ever in my life bought one ticket for a lottery.
Anyway, $1.2 billion at least for Powerball. Yes, I will drop a 20. I'll go ahead and burn another $20 bill to the ground as I stop on the way home at some crack-laden convenience store.
What a pushover.
All right. Hey, when we get back, the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Oh, Roxanne, you're not going to be happy with something I'm going to play, but there's a reason.
Really?
Yeah. And what about a business looking to hire a certain type of person with a sign that's got people all roiled?
Like an astrology? They have to be a certain astrology sign?
No, not that sign. A regular sign. All right, hang on. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Wednesday is next. Don't move. This is going to be the best part of the show. In minutes, next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Crew 934. Want to do a little anniversary birthday shout out. Happy 40th to Chubby's down at Ballast Point. You ever have a Chubby's sub or a Chubby's? You ever have that?
Yeah, I've been to Chubby's. I love Ballast Point.
Chubby's is fantastic. I saw a story from Channel 28 that they are celebrating 40 years. And,
nice.
The MacDill Air Force folks, they've loved Chubby's for years. Michelle and I were in not too long ago when we were down there, and Chubby's is fantastic. And, they know the MJ Morning Show down there. So happy 40th anniversary to Chubby's, South Tampa, Ballast Point. Great sub. Great staff, just a friendly place. So what line do you want me to take? Are they calling to wish Chubby's a happy anniversary as well? Oh, wait a minute. Somebody did the calc. Oh, this is unbelievable.
I was trying to do it, but it was too much.
Somebody did the calculation for the ping pong balls.
Mhm.
What?
With my example. Hang on a minute. Let me go to the phones. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Robert.
Hey, Robert. Thanks for calling in. All right. So anyone that's listening now that didn't hear my last segment with the crew, I was talking about the odds of winning Powerball. It's 1 in 292,300,000 and something. It is ridiculous. So I try to present a visualization that imagine you grab 292,300,000 ping pong balls, and those are your odds. And imagine having a container that held all 292,300,000 ping pong balls, and you jumped in, and then you had to close your eyes, and you had to reach down and grab one particular ping pong ball with, let's say, a little black dot on it, and that represented the odds of one ticket and your odds of winning. And I asked the question, what size area would you need? Like, how wide, how deep to hold 292,300,000 ping pong balls? And I said, somebody do the calculation, because we know what a ping pong ball is, and we know, how if you take that and you multiply it by 292,300,000, we know we come up with the area and the volume required. So what have you come up with?
Can I?
Oh, hang on.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, I just want to see. Okay, so first, tell me if you have to do it this way. So to get the volume, it's 4/3 times pi, the radius cubed. Is that how you get the volume of the ping pong ball? Is that how you started?
No, I did it in a simpler way.
Okay.
Here's what I did. I figured out how many 290,000 cubic ping pong balls, how many cubic feet is that? And it's 550,000 cubic feet.
Oh, wait a minute. So wait a minute. 292,300,000. That's the number you're working with. 292,300,000, correct?
Right. And if you turn that into cubic feet, that's right around 550,000 cubic feet. But people don't understand that. They can't visual it. So I just turned it into what that would equal is 172 18-wheeler semis, your 53-footers. So you got 172 of those piled up full of ping pong balls.
Oh my God! See, that is a perfect visualization. So the back end of a tractor trailer, the big 53-footers.
Mm-hmm.
So 172 of those tractor trailers would be fully packed with ping pong balls, and that would be about 292,300,000.
Yeah, and I checked it several times. You'd have to figure out the right one to open and the right ball to pick.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying any tickets today.
there you go. Hey, but what was your name again?
Robert.
Hey, Robert, I didn't have the call screener up, but thank you. Robert, thanks for listening, buddy, and thanks for doing the math.
Thanks, Robert.
All right, you guys. Take care.
Have a great day. Look at that. You ask our audience to do anything, they do it. It's fantastic. And my email's probably flooded.
What a mathlete.
At mj@mjmorningshow.com. My private email for any hot tip, gossip, whatever you need, mj@mjmorningshow.com. All right, a couple of things before we get out of here. Judge Judy is going to be 80?
I could see that.
I'm the boss, applesauce. In fact, I'm only going to be eating applesauce because I got no teeth anymore.
Is she still judging?
Yeah, I think she's got a new show on her.
Yeah.
She's starting another show, and isn't she like way rich, like the richest judge?
Let me tell you, no, not the richest judge. She was making the most money of anybody on television.
Really?
Judge
that's
Judy,
crazy.
she was making like, I don't know, like $80 million a year. I mean,
A
just
season.
she was making a ridiculous amount of money. Judge Judy with that syndicated show,
You're the best agent ever.
she was making the most money of anybody on television saying, I'm the boss, applesauce. You know, that whole deal.
That's saying a lot. Back in those days, Raymond was on and Friends.
Roxanne, you might not like this because it involves a little audio bite that, well, you're not the biggest fan of.
Ugh.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yes, I'm talking about
And
Doug. So why am I bringing that up? Now, that is based on
And Doug. And Doug.
And of course, Doug is Roxanne's perpetual fiance. Now, I saw a story that sheriff's deputies up in North Carolina were called to rescue a loose emu that was playing playing Frogger through traffic. Seriously, the Halifax County, North Carolina Sheriff's Office said in a Facebook post that deputies responded to a report of an emu on the loose on I-95 near mile marker 167.
Was it Limu?
In North Carolina. Where was Doug? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug rolled over that fake police car with the Liberty Mutual logo into a ditch on the side of. He's deceased.
Oh,
but the Limu emu got away.
All right.
And Doug.
Can you imagine they had a corral an emu running around I-70 or I-95. That's great. The emu made its way to the Chacoyette Park in Roanoke Rapids before being wrangled by deputies and given back to the owner.
Imagine if someone got in a car accident because of the emu that was running around.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they had
And
to
they
call
use Limu.
Liberty
What
Mutual.
if they had Liberty Mutual and
Yeah.
they got into a car wreck because of the Limu emu?
And Doug.
Yeah.
You have a discount if you get hit by an emu and you're using Liberty Mutual.
What if you have an accident caused by the Limu emu and you've got Flow? You got Progressive, or you got the lizard thing, the Geico, right?
Flow's so hot.
Because they haven't seen that before. Like,
Yeah. Oh, like we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. What is that one? That's with what's that guy's name? The angry musician teacher. What's that? Simmons, J.K.
Farmers.
J.K. Simmons. That's right. There, we are farmers. Bum, 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 bum,
The
bum.
angry musician.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the video that just came out of Hope Solo, the soccer star, all
Oh,
drunk?
yes, I did.
Holy crap!
I've seen better videos of her.
Yeah, so have I. Now, this video just came out. Why did it take so long? Because the drunk driving arrest happened months ago. So why did it just come out?
Man, she's got issues.
Yeah, it came out in March, or excuse me, the incident was like March 31st.
But the video just came out this week.
They were trying to hold it, and I guess there was a court, the lawsuit or something for reporters to be able to get that access to that.
Gotcha. Their kids in the car.
So there was a freedom of, because her 2-year-old twins were in the back seat.
I'm just going to pass out.
Newly released footage of Hope Solo of the night of her DUI arrest. She claims that she'd been taking a nap with the engine of the car running, and they take her out of the car. They handcuff her while her 2-year-old twins are crying in the back seat. Yeah, she was convicted, but did not have to serve a 30-day prison sentence. But, yeah, the video is out of Hope Solo, so it's pretty easy to run down. Oh, you want to hear something else? Pete Davidson?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, people are, oh, man, Gisele Bundchen's going to hook up with Pete Davidson now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, come on, that's ridiculous. And I do stress ridiculous. All right, so, all right, now, remember the story that Pete Davidson and Colin Jost, he's the preppy-looking
guy on SNL with
he's
him.
He's the preppy-looking Weekend Update guy.
Yes.
Colin Jost. He's still there. He's married to Scarlett Johansson, which is crazy. I mean, because seriously, the Colin Jost guy, he just looks like a guy you want to punch in the face.
Yeah, how did he land?
He's got a very
exactly.
punchable face.
Exactly. But remember the story that Colin Jost and Pete Davidson, they bought an old 1965 Staten Island ferry that they want to turn into like a comedy club restaurant.
I remember that, yeah.
Well, guess what? Now we're hearing on the heels of Pete Davidson allegedly having a meltdown on his TV set and breaking a TV in half and throwing crap all over the place. They gave him a couple of days off. Now we're hearing, maybe it's because of this. Maybe he's reacting. apparently the old Staten Island ferry that they bought for a comedy club, they spent $280,000 on it. Apparently, it is loaded with asbestos because it was made back in the 60s.
Oh, no.
And it is infested with cockroaches like that neighborhood near Detroit.
Well, they didn't do an inspection before you buy the
Exactly.
Yeah,
the
right?
Titanic 2?
Can I get a ferry? That's what they're calling it. They're calling it the Titanic 2 is the name of the boat.
Sounds worse than the Titanic.
It does. All right. Hey, before